everyone. Welcome to another edition of TTRPGeeks. We are joined here tonight by a couple of familiar faces, but guests nonetheless. We are always happy to have them. Tonight we are playing Monsterhearts by Buried Without Ceremony. And as I said, we have some special guests. So let's just jump right into the cast. Why don't you go ahead and maybe briefly intro your character as well. Just let us know like what playbook you've picked and your name, and maybe just like brief kind of what you look like and everything. So Chase, you're familiar, but go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Chase, part of Level 1 Geek. I GM Tabletop Treasure Hunters. I play on occasional other things. I played Haskell in Frost Geeks when that was running, and I kind of hang out here on the team. So yeah, that's me. Today I am playing Zion, who is the vampire playbook, and Zion is a very pale, almost sickly looking pale complexion. He's very tall, kind of on the more slender side. And although his paleness looks a little bit on the sickly side, there's something kind of alluring to it. And if you don't think about it too hard and you just glance at him, it's almost a little bit entrancing. He always dresses in very nice suits or blazers. He dresses a little bit, he dresses and acts a little bit more mature than his age would lead on. He's got some very full, thick hair that he wears styled back, not slicked and greasy, but more on the dry side and kind of fluffy. And he's got very particularly trimmed scruff on his face, neatly trimmed neck. And he's a good-looking guy, a little bit of a mysterious aura about him. That's who I'm playing today.
Do you sparkle in the sun?
Absolutely not.
Yes, you do. I've seen it.
Only when there's glitter
Chase
involved.
does. Okay.
Oh, we're talking about his character. I'm so sorry.
Oh yes, I sparkle in sunlight.
Yes, of course. Okay.
Is
Toby.
that what sunburn is called these days?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Got him.
Sunburn.
Got
Got a
him.
little bit of sparkle.
All right, Toby. Who are you? Who are you playing?
I am Toby Pack. I am playing Dazen, who is a football player, but not really. Doesn't believe in wearing shirts. Also wears a blazer because he thinks it looks cool. Faye, I think I said Faye. So like kind of alluring a little bit. Also very, very beautiful. Green eyes, always wears a hat, sunglasses. They don't like the sun, kind of like a vampire, I guess, but that's Dazen. I don't know what else to say about Dazen.
Sure. We will learn more about Dazen.
Dazen's who you want to
soon.
be your friend, but like you're not quite sure if you're quite there yet.
Okay. I almost called you Rhea, but that's who you're playing, Felicia. Who are you?
I'm just
Who are
in
you
character
playing?
all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm Felicia, and I am playing Rhea, and she's the Queen playbook. So she is stunning as one of her features, and she just is very like not haughty, but she just seems like above everybody else. Like you can't touch her, you can't talk to her unless she talks to you, that kind of thing. She's very beautiful. Not too tall, has really long hair. I try to do my best to look as much like this person as I can. So kind of magical, but you know, still human, clearly. And yeah, she's just really kind of stuck up. So that's it.
I think Tori froze.
Oh no.
So I'm going to go ahead.
Really pondering on
I'm
you.
going to introduce
Yeah.
myself while Tori's internet stabilizes. You all know me. I am M. I had a big old migraine today, so I am very spacey. So if I seem a little off, that is why. But I am playing the Infernal, who is somebody who has a dark contract with some sort of mysterious being, generally a dark being. And that contract is constantly being leveraged against Maria. And so she seems tense all the time, maybe a little anxious, a little needy. She's she's always watching for someone she can offer to this dark being who she calls the Tyrant. Sometimes the Tyrant lends her powers, but there is always a cost.
I want to be
Okay.
friends with the Tyrant.
Well,
You would want to be friends with the Tyrant until the Tyrant works against you.
Wouldn't happen.
so normally, I don't know, not normally, but just it's suggested that you build characters together and sort of go through and figure out, what playbooks everybody is. We've obviously already done that, but there is one piece of character creation that we are going to do together right now, which is giving out and taking strings on each other. And strings are the mechanic in the game that signify basically some kind of emotional leverage, I guess, that you have over someone. You can get strings on NPCs or on fellow PCs, which is what we'll be figuring out right now. So let's start. Does anybody feel like they really want to start? There's no mortal in this game, so
Mine are pretty easy and straightforward.
all right. Dazen, you start us off.
There's only two. So the first one is Dazen wears his heart on his sleeve, so everyone gets one string. It says give everyone one string. I don't know why, because Dazen can't hide emotions, I guess. So people can pull on those emotional strings. The second one, because I mentioned that, Dazen's the kind of guy, like, I really want to be that person's friend, but I'm just not quite sure, is you've captured someone's fancy. So does anyone feel like they fancy Dazen? Wait, can Dazen fancy himself?
You cannot hold a string on yourself. But
Okay,
that
that's a
doesn't
very-
mean that Dazen can't feel that way about himself. This is your choice, technically, Toby, but it's certainly
Wait, it's
open
my
to
choice?
to character.
I think it's collaborative, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely collaborative, but
Mhm.
but final choice is Toby. It's your character, so
I see. That's a
final
lot of
calls
power.
with you.
That is a lot of power. So he gets to choose for us who fancies him.
It's a conversation, but I
Okay.
think
All right.
Did
right.
Dazen grab anyone?
I mean, I'm definitely interested. Can we hear all of them so we can kind of see if there's like a natural flow of things?
Whoa, this is like Shark Tank. If you don't take this deal now, I may go out.
Sure, we can run it that way if you guys want to.
I just
I'm
want to
down.
hear them all.
Sure.
Yeah. I have a pretty easy one. I'm beautiful. I gain a string on everyone. You don't get one on me. I get one on everyone.
Okay.
He's
Done.
so
Boom.
desirable.
Our strings aren't specific to people, right? Or they are?
They are.
They are.
Oh, so I have to like mark who strings are for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I apologize that I
It's
didn't know
more
that.
you should keep track of who you have strings on.
Okay.
Because
Like-
you can activate them. You can spend strings.
I
You
see.
cannot activate a string that someone has on you.
That
But it
makes sense.
is worth maybe remembering who has strings on you, because then you'll know who has that leverage potentially.
Depends on your skin too. Like I do things to people that have no strings on me, so I need to keep track of who has none on
I
me.
should have been Pinocchio.
That's what I was just thinking.
My other one is someone once saved my unlife, and they'll gain 2 strings on me.
Someone wants
Ooh.
to or will?
Somebody once did save my unlife.
Nope.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
Felicia, why don't you go for Rhea? What are your string
So-
assignments?
Yeah, so my string assignments, let me scroll back up to where it was. I just literally had it. So it's part of my backstory. It says name 3 NPCs who are members of your game. Gain a string on each of them, and then I find someone threatening, give them a string on you, and take 2 strings on them. So
Ooh.
that's really not up to anyone else, right?
That's true.
Right.
Hey, I have an NPC name for you.
I would love to hear it.
Steve.
No, or Jeb. We're not doing Steve or Jeb. As far as who I would find threatening, I don't think someone with a blazer is very threatening. No shirt.
Did you see the football?
Oh, I see it now. That's less threatening. And then, Maria, can you describe yourself a little bit again?
Yeah. So Maria is a little bit desperate at all times. So she tries to sleep with other people in order to lessen the dark power's hold on her and put that hold on others. So she could potentially be coming for people in your posse in order to like put strings on them. So I could be a threat to your way of life.
That's super fair. Because like Zion isn't really, he's just a little bit.
Zion's very
I also
Charming.
have the ability dark recruiter, so I bring innocence to the tyrant and like sacrifice them, whether that means like physically or like makes the barter with their soul.
Did we
Yeah.
mention this stream is going to be mature?
I didn't yet, but now would be a great time to call that out. It was marked mature, but yes, for anyone who is sensitive to mature content, be ye
Very
warned.
specifically sex, because we all have sex moves as part of like our core character.
Yes,
Mhm.
I'm sure we will get to those.
Yeah.
I'm quite certain.
Yeah. I think I'll pick Maria then. So
Okay.
you get a string on me and I get 2 strings on you.
Wonderful. My moves or my backstory, sorry, is you owe debts. Give away 3 strings divided in any way you like between the dark power and the other characters. And then another one is someone thinks they can save you, gain a string on them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I think Dazen would save you.
All right. Wonderful.
Because Dazen's from the Fae, and I think that he would want to like, I don't know. I think he would try to bring you to his home world.
I love that.
Who do you
Okay.
have debts to?
I think that I have debts to Zion. I have debts.
How many?
1. I have a debt to Dason, and I have a debt to the dark power.
Nothing for Rhea.
Does Dazen get a string on you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Oh, go ahead, Em.
I get a string on Dason because you think you can save me.
So precious that he thinks that.
So cute.
I can.
The tyrant is strong. I do not know if you have this ability.
Speaking of Dazen, let's go back to your backstory questions. So everyone got a string on you because you wear your heart on your sleeve, but then someone finds you desirable. Is that what it was?
I've captured someone's fancy.
Oh, captured someone's fancy. That's
You
right.
can capture my fancy.
Yes, I love it.
I had a feeling that Zion would want to be fancying Dason, so I wanted to give Chase the opportunity to speak up.
Yeah, I could fancy Dason.
I don't care. Either way.
I'm down. I am down.
Yeah, I'm taking that one.
with
Okay.
Zion.
I had a feeling.
That means I get 2 strings on you.
Damn, that's bad for me. That's okay. Let's do it.
All right. And then Chase, what was your other one?
Mine is somebody once saved my
Oh,
unlife.
that's right. Saved your unlife.
I'll save your
Mhm.
unlife.
Okay.
Unless Rhea wants to. Rhea, did you want to save this unlife?
I mean, she's such a bitch that maybe she wouldn't, but also she kind of likes the power, so maybe
Yeah.
she would.
Yeah, like if she would, if it like benefited her.
Yeah.
kind
Oh
of
yeah.
thing. She
Yes.
could cash that in later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do
I
we
think
need to
that's fair.
establish how?
That's up to you guys.
How'd you save my own life, Rhea?
We can leave it to the fiction and let it just unfold, or if you guys want to answer that question now, we certainly can.
Man, that's heavy right now. I don't think I can just come up with something this second. I
we'll
don't think
throw
I know
it in
comes
when it's
up.
time.
Yeah.
Wait. If that's the case, can I ask what does Zion fancy about Dazen?
I think that Dason fancies. So Dason is like pretty. You're describing as pretty popular, out there, social. Yeah.
Yeah. Extrovert to the 9 nizzies.
Okay. I think that he fancies his connections, and I can think of some other things, but I want to see how it plays out. The very least, though, he fancies the connections.
I'm sorry. I think Tori's internet was breaking up over here. Did you say that he fancies how beautiful Dazen is? And
I mean, yeah, there's
Don't
that.
you put that on my internet. Don't curse me like that. We can definitely let it play
I think he thinks
out.
Dason is charming, and I think that he is very interested in being close to somebody who has so many social connections.
Listen,
okay.
Toby, everyone has access to the turn someone on move. Okay, the night is young.
That.
There's room. There's plenty of room to expand from there.
To turn Zion on.
Yeah, that is a move you can make against.
Excellent.
I don't know if against is the right word, but toward NPCs and PCs alike.
Yep.
That's great because Dazen's highest stat is hot, and that's what turning someone on uses is hot.
Mine is cold.
Speaking of stats,
cold.
Let's we've distributed the strings. Daka, to answer Daka's question, yes, a string gives someone, you can spend a string to do a couple of different things, like add to your roll, take away from their roll, stuff like that.
Oh, Ray, you got 2 strings on me if you didn't get that.
Okay, so let's start with Zion. Who has the most strings on Zion? I'm guessing it's Ray.
I think it's a tie.
Oh, it's a tie between. Yeah. Okay. Well,
0.
I don't know what we do in a tie, Chase, but basically whoever has the most strings on a character can choose a stat to highlight for them.
It goes by the tiebreaker is who I have less strings on.
Oh,
which
okay.
is Rhea. So Rhea's gonna win the tie.
Okay. So Rhea, you choose a stat to highlight for Chase, for Zion. Basically, and that's kind of a suggestion of like, I think this part of your character is interesting, and I kind of want to see you lean into that. It's obviously not like an order, but
when I roll for that stat.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
He's like incentivized to use that stat.
Okay, and it's one of the like hot, cold, volatile, or dark, those stats specifically. I think probably hot. Like, I think that Rhea would probably think that the kind of mysteriousness surrounding him is very attractive.
Nice.
It's kind of like a draw.
All right, let's go to Dason. Who has the most strings on Dason? You all had
2.
1. Oh, 2. Okay, so another tie. Who do you have the least strings on, Dason? Between Zion and Maria.
Maria. I have the most strings on Zion.
Okay, so that's right. We just went over that. So Maria, pick a stat to highlight for Dason.
Let's see here. I was gonna say hot. Hot was already taken.
What? Pretend it.
I'm still gonna say hot. I think that Dason is hot stuff. He's got that natural charisma. The eye moves to Dason when Dason walks by. You can't help but watch. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, Rhea. Who has the most strings on Rhea?
1.
I think you all have 1.
I have 1.
Have 1. Yep.
Okay.
And
Who has
as a tie
the
for me
least?
for Maria and Zion, I have 2 on each of them.
Roll dice.
So I guess it would be
Oh.
Toby because he has the
Oh,
Dazen because he has
yeah.
the
Oh,
least.
that's true.
Yeah.
So
Least.
Dason would pick the stat to highlight.
Ooh. Dark.
Interesting. I would have gone
Okay.
cold.
Why dark?
Because she seems like standoffish. Not standoffish, but like she has her gang and like she's kind of a jerk. And so maybe that's more cold then? Maybe that's more cold.
I think it's cold.
Dark is like our supernatural powers.
Oh, then cold. Cold is what I
Yeah.
was going for.
She definitely wouldn't put off like dark, I think. So I will cold. Awesome. So there's that. Essentially, it's nothing changes about it, but it
Nothing
just makes
changes.
me want
Just
to roll
you
it
gain,
more or use it more.
Yeah, you gain an experience whenever you roll with it.
Cool.
Once per scene, basically. And Maria, last but not least, who has the most strings?
I do.
Okay, between those two, who do you have the lead? How many strings do you have on Zion, Maria, and how many strings do you have on Rhea?
I have 1 string on Rayon, 0 on Zion.
All right, Chase.
Okay. I want to see. Let's see. So Maria, you did not save me. What do I have strings on you for again? You owe me a debt.
Yeah, I owe debts.
Okay. Yeah, I wanna see the volatile side of Maria.
So glad you picked that. Okay.
Okay. Now the last order of business before we jump in is we need to create a seating chart. So I know that sounds real. All of you were like, what?
And we go by the stream. You go Zion.
So this actually
Jason?
involves a whole room of people. This is how we populate some of the NPCs.
Got it.
And this is the representation of your shared physical space, basically, that kind of connects you all. So you are all students at Corsian City College. And I have settled on well, I don't know. Why don't you guys tell me, what class do you all share?
Did you say community college?
City College.
Oh,
But community college.
is that like
either
a
way.
community college?
Yeah.
They don't have a football team?
Community colleges have football teams.
They do?
Yeah.
Mhm. They're not like super notable, usually.
Excellent.
You just walk around campus with a football, and there's no football at this campus.
No, it's like community, like Troy, you know?
There's no football. He's not football for.
There's a football
That's
team
cool.
at that school. It's just really, really, really
There
bad.
Yeah.
So- this one is not bad though. So what class do you all share? Is it some kind of language? Is it like literature? Is it math 101? It's obviously one you all need to be in. So any thoughts?
I have a
Maybe for-
suggestion. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say biology, because that's something that like everybody has to take a basic. But
I was
what's your
thinking
suggestion?
anthropology, because it's a basic science that you can go take, but it's just like the study of humans, and we might want to study people. Might be an
That was,
easy
like-
like blow off class.
I like anthropology. You want to know what my instinct was?
Yeah.
Zoology.
Zoology?
Yeah.
Because animals.
Yeah.
I just fucking love
'Cause
animals.
Faye, you know?
Biology has animals too.
It
Love
does.
those dogs.
I am down with either anthropology or
Anthropology?
biology, but not zoology.
Wait, Chase, do you have one? What popped in your head?
Biology is what popped into mind as well, but I actually like anthropology better, I think.
Anthropology it is. You
Yeah,
guys
it's more
are
interesting.
all in Anthropology 101. So let's start with Maria. Where do you sit? I've drawn, it's gonna be hard to see, but I've drawn our little chart here. So
Okay.
it's just a 4x4. So where kind of in the room. You don't have to pinpoint a specific
Third
desk.
row back,
Or you can pinpoint
against
a
the wall.
specific desk. Third row back against the wall. Okay.
Opposite side against the wall.
All right, third row back against the wall. Okay.
Can I go next?
Or
Or is this a in order thing?
We'll get to the next person in a minute. In a
Okay.
minute. First,
Chase jumped ahead.
I sure did.
first, I need to tell you who sits next to you.
Should we be tracking this as well?
No, I can keep track of this.
Okay.
Okay. Damien sits next to you, Maria.
Okay, Damien.
Damien?
Damien sits next to you.
Tell me what Damien looks like.
He has dark skin, dark hair. We can fill in the rest of the details as we go, because what I need to know from you is you heard a rumor about Damien that has just made him like a social outcast. What is the rumor?
The social outcast. Wow. I heard that Damien, everything I thought of was way too extreme. It's too extreme. The thing that immediately came to my head was that Damien is in a relationship with his cousin, like first cousin, and people are like, "That's weird."
But it's a rumor.
There we go.
I mean,
yeah, it's a rumor. Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
His cousin that could potentially even be like an illegitimate sister. Like people are like saying, "Oh, this
like
is your
building
cousin,"
on it.
but they look exactly the same. They could be siblings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going dramatic as hell right
yeah.
out the gate.
Yeah. Okay. Damien with the questionable relationship. Okay. Rhea, where do you sit in the room?
She would sit in the back, but in the middle area so that her people could sit next to her.
Okay. You have yet to name the 3 NPCs who are in your posse.
Yes.
So why don't we do that now?
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think of a name that's not Jeb or Steve.
Now they're in your head.
Yeah, now it's just like
Jethro.
Jethro is one of them. That's a great one. Also, the way you said that was so like just in my face.
Yeah.
Jethro,
Okay,
is
so
that
Had to
is
really
that
make sure
real?
it got in there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jethro was great. I'm gonna pull my sister's name. Catrice is one of them. I love that name.
It's so pretty.
So pretty. And then let's use
Danica.
Skylar.
Danica. Danica's great. What did you say, Toby?
Skylar.
Skylar. Well, we're already on Danica. Now I
Okay.
have to remember who those were.
It's okay. We can they'll pop in and out of the story, and maybe they'll matter, maybe they won't. Okay. Let's go with Danica. Rhea, you and Danica used to be really good friends. But not so much these days. What happened?
She slept with my boyfriend, clearly. We were broken up already, but she shouldn't have done that.
There are rules.
Is she still with your ex? Or
No.
was it just like a one night stand kind of?
I think they probably had like a short relationship, like a few months after we broke up, and I was a little upset about it. And then when it ended, I was so overjoyed, and now I'm just happy that she's not with him.
Okay. Did that relationship end amicably between
Like
you
my-
and your ex?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say amicably, but I broke up with him.
Okay.
I was
Obviously.
bored.
Hmm. Okay. Let's go to Dason. Where do you sit in the room?
Right next to Maria.
Cannot. I
There,
have someone next to me.
yeah, you can
Behind
sit
Maria.
Behind. Okay.
Wait, is that the back of the room?
It is the back corner.
The back
of the room.
corner. Pull
Yeah,
my
that's
hair.
fine.
It's fine.
That's fine. Yes.
Okay. Dason. Okay. Ahead of Maria is, well, who sits there? Why don't you tell me? I shouldn't pick names. I'll just leave it to you guys. Sorry, M, for stealing Damien, but I'll just leave the names to you guys now.
I'm not prepared to come up with a name. We're gonna go with Rathu.
Rathu from chat. Nice.
Fucking love it. Rat is short for Rathu.
Rat. They go by Rat. Lil Rat. They go by Lil Rat.
Okay. Lil Rat just cannot stand you. Why?
Because anytime Lil Rat tries to hook up with someone, Dazen steps in and steals the relationship. Sometimes they're just spreading rumors about Lil Rat.
So Dason is like actively nasty to Rat.
Yeah.
Lil Rat.
Lil Rat.
Lil
In
Rat.
fact, Dazen started the nickname Lil Rat, and Rathu hates it.
Wow. Okay. Lil Rat. Got it.
Man, I took such an endearing name and really just twisted it.
Yeah, you did. That's
Put
okay.
it right in that mousetrap.
Okay, Zion, where are you sitting? We have populated. I'll give you a quick update. We've populated the back corner of the room. We've got the front corner.
I think he
really
got
cool.
forced to sit in the front and he hates it.
Okay.
Let's
Middle
go front corner.
Front corner. Like
Yep.
opposite Dason kind of
Yep.
thing. Okay. Oh, so far away from Dason.
Is it like you have to do that awkward thing where you like have your chin on your hand and it's on your desk and you kind of have to turn all the way around to take a look at your crush?
Yes.
And every time Jason's just like watching you back, knows exactly what you're doing.
Gives a little wink, but it's behind sunglasses, so you never know.
Just looks like a
Okay.
dead stare all the time.
By the way, Tori, this
yeah.
playlist is so good.
So good.
Oh, thanks.
I'm just over here.
I know. I'm
Jamming.
like jamming on stream. I was like, oh, I should sit perfectly still.
You can
I
jam.
cannot get it to work.
It's fine.
So I have no idea what it sounds like.
Oh no! I'll send you a YouTube playlist so you can listen to some
Oh.
similar things.
Beautiful. Thank you.
All right, Zion, who sits behind you?
Who sits behind me? We're throwing in a name, right?
Yep, just a name.
Let's throw in Alyssa.
Alyssa. Okay. Why? Here's one from the book that I like. Why did Alyssa miss so much school last semester?
Because I've been hypnotizing her to feed on her
Oh my
in
gosh.
class. Not in a deathly way.
Dang.
Okay.
Zion coming in clutch, man.
You
Like,
can feed on
oh.
Dazen, you just haven't asked.
Yeah, what is this?
You don't feed on those you have a real crush on.
Oh, I don't know.
Is
Vampire
this a
lore.
current thing, or is Zion stopped?
No, it's probably still ongoing occasionally.
So why did she miss so much school, and why is she kind of recovered now?
She's tired all the time and thinks she's sick.
Okay. So now she's just like learned to live with it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That is That's
Harsh.
She
insane.
really just thinks she has mono.
Yeah. Vampire mama.
Okay.
That is so cool.
And this doesn't help the rumors with Damien, because I think Damien and Alyssa are dating. So she's already kind of looked down on because she's like been missing school a lot. And then she's maybe she and Damien are related, possibly. Probably because I don't know. Maybe they just bear a weird resemblance to each other. Or is it one of those stupid immature things where they have the same last name and everyone's like, oh, like you're related.
Why not both?
Why not both? All right.
The rumor really checks out.
Yeah.
Her last name is really just Damien, and everyone's like, that's weird. Your name's Alyssa Damien? You're dating someone named Damien? What?
They're both Jacksons, I'll say. Alyssa Jackson and Damien Jackson. They are dating, and there are weird rumors about their relationship. Okay. We have the whole front row still to dot in with people, so we'll just kind of throw some things out. We'll go back to Maria really quick. Maria, who sits diagonal in front of you? So next to Lil Rat, in front of Damien.
Ugh, Catherine.
Catherine.
Now. Just now.
What super cool thing did Catherine supposedly do this last summer?
Okay.
And is it true or not?
It is not true. That bitch says that she went to like go build schools in Africa, but everyone knows that she just went and tore it up in the Bahamas. Has anyone even looked at her Instagram? It's ridiculous. She was on a boat. There were iguanas.
Everyone knows they don't have boats in Africa.
Pink sand. Little islands. Ridiculous.
Okay. Rhea.
Yes.
Same question. Who sits in front of you diagonally? Behind Alyssa, in front of Jethro, and next to Catrice. Not in your posse.
Austin.
Okay. What thing does Austin do that is just so annoying?
He like picks at his fingernails and throws them on the floor.
No.
Does he
Disgusting.
pick the gunk out and throw it on the floor, or does he tear his
No,
fingernails?
he does the tear thing. It's awful.
Austin needs to get the fuck out of here.
Yep, he's first on the list.
Okay. Days in.
Yes.
Let's go next to Zion. Also in the front row next to Zion. Who sits there?
Can you give me the names that we have so far?
We've got Alyssa, Catherine, Lil Rat, Austin, Catrice, Damien, Jethro, Danica.
Let's go with Quinn.
Okay. Let's see. Quinn has a really bad addiction that makes it difficult for them to like be really good in school and stuff. What is it? And how does it manifest itself?
What's her addiction?
Yeah.
That makes it so she can't be at school?
And just what else does it, how else does it show up in her life, I guess? What is she addicted to and how does it show up in her life?
Oh my gosh. I was not prepared for this. I wanna say selling feet pics. She's not addicted to selling feet pics. I think that she's just drugs comes to mind, but I don't know. Can I phone a friend? Like I don't know an addiction.
I was gonna say alcohol because that's an easy one to get a hold of, and then like it's getting so bad that she's being found passed out in places.
Wait, moonshine.
So specific.
But that's hard to get.
Own.
She makes her own moonshine, and that's why she misses school.
It's poisonous.
It's poisonous. She gets sick.
It takes a long time to make. It's a big commitment.
Yeah.
She's committed.
She's
For a college
committed to
kid.
this. She has a whole moonshine laboratory.
She's addicted to making IPAs.
Hey, this is serious. This is serious. A serious stream.
I really like pilsners.
You guys, this moonshine.
Okay,
So
so moonshine,
real.
addicted to her own moonshine
I'm sorry.
that she makes.
You're right. I should be
And
serious.
she gets blackout drunk.
She
And
doesn't drink
passes
it.
out.
What?
She just makes it. She's addicted to the process of making it.
Okay.
Does she sell it?
So what's crippling about this addiction?
Okay, she drinks it.
You got him, Tori.
Okay. I mean, I would be willing to hear it out if it was like she can't.
I don't
Step away.
have anything.
She got into debt to do it. She's constantly going to debt to make more.
Okay, she doesn't drink it, but she sells it. It's a real Walter White situation.
Mm-hmm. Tori hates it so much. Look at her
Drink
face.
it. Tori, she drinks it. She just pounds moonshine all day.
Hey,
People
like
think the
selling feet pics
vampires
would be a better
seducing
thing to
her,
say.
but
we went off
just
of rails there. And there
pounding
weren't
it.
even rails. We found the rails and then we went off of them.
she drinks it and
That's cool. Okay,
makes it and drinks it.
I like it. Zion, who sits behind you diagonal? Behind
Aiden.
Quinn. Caden?
Jaden.
Jaden. Okay.
Jaden with a G.
The J.
Letterkenny reference?
Is there a Jaden in Letterkenny?
No, Garrett and
Oh,
Jarrett.
Garrett and
Oh, right.
Okay, what really sketchy, questionable thing happened at Jaden's last house party?
Jaden's last house party. They were carrying out a very long bag that looked like it could have had a body.
Oh my.
Jaden
Who
and
was Jaden?
Jaden and one of their friends.
Okay. Connected to somebody. We've got Austin the fingernail thrower. We've got Damien the maybe dating his
Jaden and
cousin.
Quinn.
We've-
Jaden and Quinn the
and Quinn.
moonshiner.
That feels right. They were carrying out
Yeah.
maybe a body bag.
No.
Zion went out back for some air and saw them carrying something that could have been a body bag.
I'm familiar with the shape and size of hauled out bodies.
Zion would know.
Could have been a treat. You never know.
All right. I think well, we've got 2 more slots. I feel pretty good with the list, but if anyone is like bursting with an idea and they want to take up one of these last 2 slots, hit me with it.
Let's go.
I had an idea
Okay?
for I don't have a name, but they were Dazen's like recent ex-girlfriend or boyfriend. And I don't know, there's a spot next to Zion, but that's where they sit.
Okay.
Anissa.
That's Lisa?
Anissa.
Anissa.
I don't know if that fits into what you're going for. But,
why
but
did you-
Zion knows. Like,
That was Dason's ex.
yeah.
That is Dason's ex. What?
Yeah.
Why did you break up?
Oh, don't ask these kind of questions.
Then
Honestly,
this is the game, Toby.
honestly, because someone more handsome or beautiful walked by.
That was
And who was
Anissa,
that?
you said?
Who was it?
Anissa. Yeah, who was more handsome or beautiful than Anissa?
Maria.
Ooh.
Why do you think he's sitting behind me?
That's true.
I have to be
Sorry,
within
my-
sights at all times.
Dazen was
Maria.
allured by Maria for some reason and is like captivated by her.
Broke it off
Presence.
with Anissa.
Yeah, broke it off with Anissa.
Okay. Speaking of exes, we need to define who Danica slept with, and who you broke up with, Rhea. We have one last slot, or you can pick someone who's already on the board. We've got
Yeah. Who do we have?
we've got Quinn, the alcoholic moonshiner.
No, not that one.
We've got Anissa, who is Dazen's ex. I suppose, well, I guess I should ask now if you think that your ex was male or female, or if you just want to roll through all the characters.
Yeah, it would have been
Okay.
either. So I think let's roll.
Alyssa, who's currently dating Damien. Jaden, who had the Rager house party with the body bag. Catherine, who totally went on a service trip, but totally actually went to the Bahamas. Lil Rat, who is continuously bullied by Dason. Austin, who throws his fingernails on the floor. Catrice,
No.
we haven't really defined Catrice. We should probably attach
We
some kind
haven't.
of story to her.
Okay,
But
should we
she's
do
in
that
your
now or
posse.
wait a second?
Let's wait. Damien, who's currently dating Alyssa, maybe his cousin. Jethro, who's also TBD, and then Danica, obviously.
Man, I feel like none
I
of those
suppose
really fit.
you could pick another player character if that feels
Oh.
appropriate. If you feel like you might have dated and then Danica might have slept with one of these folks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
What about
hey,
Zion and
I
Rhea
feel
after
like
you saved
Zion.
me?
Yes,
Like,
no,
I
that's
feel like
okay.
Zion,
Legit.
yeah.
That's where
Okay.
I was going to, because I'm like, it like the way that they look just feels so perfect for like this type of setting. I'm like, they were like the popular kids who were fucking, like that's what was happening.
Yeah. Okay.
I like this.
So you slept with Danica as well, then, Zion.
Okay.
Maybe for a short while, and then it just kind of didn't pan out. Okay. Then I
And
will.
that's why he sits in the front of the classroom now, is because I sit in the back.
Ooh, and he
Yeah,
sits away
I
from
like that.
Danica. Both of you. He's like, "Ooh, okay, I'm gonna exit this awkward situation."
Yep.
I have a question. If we've established that we've slept with somebody in the seating chart, do we have to trigger our sex move effects?
Ooh, that's a good question.
What was the question?
If
The-
we've established that we've slept with somebody in the seating chart, do we have to trigger our sex move effects?
You can
Oh.
assume also that you've lost those strings at this point.
That's fair, unless you want to give out strings for such things. But if
I'm
you feel
saying
like
if,
it's
if I sleep with somebody, I lose all my strings on.
Hmm. Then I'll say no, not for Rhea, and we'll say that's kind of enough time has passed that things have resolved.
I got
More
more
or
strings.
less.
I'm still.
I mean,
real pretty.
as resolved as things ever get in this kind of world.
Don't worry, Zion. Dazen will get rid of your strings.
Yeah, you will.
Okay. Last two things. Dazen, what favor does Jethro consistently do for you?
Oh my goodness. What favor? I'm my creative brain is stumped today. Maybe
Thoughts?
He
Fun
brings
friend?
you breakfast every day. This is the first class of the day, and you don't need to
Oh
bother yourself with it.
my
So
gosh.
he literally brings you breakfast every fucking day.
not just breakfast, but even lunch. Like Dazen goes and sits at a table and Jethro brings over the lunch. And gives it to Dazen.
Mm-hmm.
That's so good, Em. You get Dazen. You get him.
I do. I'm here for it.
Okay. And then finally, Zion. Trying to think of a good question for Catrice. Oh, I've got one. What this might have worked with Danica too, but I kind of like this whole dynamic we're setting up with the posse. What secret did Catrice share with you? Could be about just like anybody, but she is
in
a part of
Rhea's posse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I make it a little broader and say that she is like my connection to see what Rhea is still up to these days? Like who she's dating, who she's interested in.
She's like she's like the friend who was friends with you during the relationship and then like stayed friends with you after.
Yeah, and if she ever starts to slip away from that, I hypnotize her back into it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, we've got...
Zion's not an ethical person. I've learned this already.
No, clearly not. Clearly not. Okay. All right. So, with that, we can get started. We've got our I'll just do a quick last roundup of all the NPCs so we can remember who we've got here. Yeah. And here's the populated seating chart. Not that I expect you to remember.
Incredible.
But there it is. All right, so we've got Zion, obviously. Quinn sits next to you, is the alcoholic moonshiner. We've got Anissa, who's Dayson's ex, whom he left for Maria. Then behind you, Zion, is Alyssa Jackson, who you've been hypnotizing to feed on her. She missed a lot of school last semester as she was adjusting to her fatigue.
Mono.
Yeah, right. Next to her is Jaden, who maybe carried out a body bag at his last party. Catherine, then, who says she went on a service trip, but she definitely went to the Bahamas. Then Lil Rat, whom Dayson bullies continually. Specifically cock blocking them and denying their romantic pursuits, as well as giving them a horrible nickname that they hate. Austin, behind Lil Rat is Maria. Then we have Damien, who's maybe dating his cousin, who was maybe Alyssa, maybe his actually like long lost biological sister? ? Catrice, who is secretly still friends with Zion and gets hypnotized back into that friendship anytime she starts to stray. Austin, who throws his fingernails on the floor. I love that's the only detail we have on Austin, and it's like so evocative just by itself.
That's the only one you
know
needed. No one's
everything
gonna
about-
get to know you more if you throw your fingernails on the floor. That's gross.
Jethro, who brings breakfast and lunch to Dayson nearly every day, who is also in Rhea's posse. Rhea. Then Danica, who is in Rhea's posse but slept with Zion at the end of their relationship. And then Dayson. That's our...
What did Catrice do again?
Catrice is secretly still friends with Zion. And kind of informs in a way, keeps tabs on Rhea for Zion. Yeah, what?
Can I ask a question real quick to Zion? Does that mean that Zion still wants to know what's happening with Rhea? Is this not something he's moved on from?
Well, he's moved on from it, but he's got a little bit of vengeance in his heart still, maybe. Even though it was his fault.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean, she broke up with you, so.
Yeah.
It was definitely you, not me.
Who was the one that I slept with in your posse? Danica.
That bitch.
Danica. All right, we've got our weirdo characters. Oh, sorry, sneeze? Nope, no sneeze. It went away. Okay. Let's see. It's almost 9. I know we sort of took a little break, but this is a good like quick break time just before we sort of set out on the proper adventure. And so let's just take 10 minutes and we will come back with we will throw this mess together and see what happens from it. So chat will be back in 10. and we'll
I'll be
get
back
all
soon.
steamed
Wait
up
for
from there.
us.
There you go. What Em said. Hello, everyone. Thanks for letting us take a little break. We are back ready to start in earnest now that we've got all our NPCs populated. We've got lots of sticky relationships and drama already cooking. So we will start at Corsian City College. Here in Anthropology 101, the teacher, Maria, who's your teacher?
Mrs. Weinstein. Speaks
Okay.
with a pretty thick German accent.
Oh, that's very rude. Guess who will never be showing up in this scene? Okay, Mrs. Weinstein hasn't shown up yet. And you guys are all taking your seats and everything. Dason, you are waiting in the back corner for your breakfast to arrive from Jethro. And you see Rhea walk in, surrounded, of course, by Jethro, Catrice, and Danica, as usual. And you look to Jethro, and you see his hands are empty. And he pointedly is looking down at the floor as he shuffles quietly behind Rhea and just goes right to his seat, sits down, and is like very much doing the not looking over at you. He turns to Rhea to start talking. So, Rhea, did you do anything cool over the weekend?
Jason stands right behind him.
You get up and you move over?
Yes. And
You do?
Jason will...
Did we invite
Boy.
you over?
Well, I'm feeling pretty hungry. I wonder why that is. And he'll look right at Jethro.
Felicia, why don't you, or Rhea, I'm sorry, why don't you tell me why Jethro does not have Dason's breakfast this morning?
Because I forgot to grab my backpack from my house, and so I sent him to go get it this morning.
Okay. And obviously priorities. His
Yeah.
priorities are in order.
From my car, from my car. You do it from my
Okay.
car.
Okay. That's a bummer, Dason.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bummer for you, Jethro. And you have two choices. You can go get my food, or I can show you what happens when you go back on a promise.
Well, I had
It doesn't
to.
sound like you're making a choice, Jethro. Did I ask for an explanation? I gave you two choices. You gonna make one?
Austin, who sits in front of Jethro, looks up from his fingernails
Oh,
and and looks at you, Dason. Hey, man. It's
Shut up,
just
fingernail
breakfast. Oh, okay. He sinks back into his desk. Jethro looks at you, Rhea, kind of pleading. I can't miss another class. I'm gonna be late if I go.
Just sit down. Just sit down.
Whoa.
And I'll look at Dazen and just like roll my eyes at him and ignore him.
You told Dazen to just sit down?
No, I told Jethro to just sit down.
Dason,
Oh, okay.
Maria has a bagel with cream cheese on her desk and a coffee.
Before we get to that, in just a
Mhm.
second, it sounds like Rhea triggered a move to shut someone down by telling
Yes.
Dason to go away. So let's have our first roll of the stream, and we'll see what happens. So you're going to roll with cold, which is your I believe your highlighted stat.
I believe it is. So what am I rolling specifically? Like what?
2d6.
2d6.
And you are adding your cold.
Okay. I don't have any dice in front of me, so let me go to a dice roller on my. All right, 2d6. So I'm just adding the total together.
Yep.
Okay, so I got a 6, and then do I get anything from my abilities at all?
You add cold. Your cold stat
so
to the
7.
roll. Okay. So 7 to 9, you choose one. You each give a condition to one another, or you each lose a string on one another. You get to choose, Rhea. So a condition is basically something that could potentially give someone an advantage or you a disadvantage depending on the situation. And the condition can be very flexible. Like it can be like, maybe like embarrassed or like pissed off or even like kind of more abstract than that. So those are what conditions are.
So I could give Dazen a condition of like humiliated or something like that.
Yeah, so if you pick that, then you give each other a condition.
Okay, and so I get to pick whether it's strings or conditions because I'm the one who rolled.
You told
Correct.
Dazen to sit down? I thought you told Jethro to sit
Well,
down.
you
I
shut
told Jethro to
Dazen
sit
down, and you told
and then I
Dazen
just
to go
rolled
away.
my eyes at you. Like I just made the conversation stop. Like it wasn't even enough to even have a conversation. It wasn't worth my time.
Okay.
She shunned you.
I shunned you. I think I'll do a condition. That sounds like an interesting thing to learn.
Cool.
So I'd like to give him maybe not quite humiliated, but just like embarrassed, I guess.
Okay. Dazen, you have the condition embarrassed. Because you've just been shut down in front of the whole class. Like everyone was watching, and Rhea just straight up like gave you the cold shoulder. However, Dazen, you get to give a condition to Rhea
Oh.
as a result of this exchange.
Yeah, okay. I guess I don't know what the conditions are.
It's you make it up. So whatever you feel like is appropriate.
Okay.
And it can be like an emotional condition, or it could also be like a perception, like the way that you know, like how.
Okay. I want to give her the condition overconfident.
And
And then
okay.
Can I respond?
Sure, yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can.
Dazen is going to execute a move in response, but not to her. I'm guessing to Jethro. The fairy contract. If someone breaks a promise or a contract made to you, you take a string on them.
Okay, so that just happens.
Yeah, I'll look at Jethro. We'll see Jethro. And then I see that Maria has that bagel and that coffee. I'm walking over to try to like recoup from this embarrassment. Dazen will lower his glasses and look at Zion and then wink and then walk to Maria. Hey, you can eat
Maria
that bagel?
pulls out her earbuds. She obviously hadn't heard what was happening.
You can eat all that bagel?
What are you gonna give me for it?
I could give you some time alone later.
I don't really like being alone.
Yeah, but with me, you're never really alone. You don't feel alone. If you get what I'm saying.
Ugh. Little rat like pretend gags in front of Maria.
Maria has like an oral fixation problem, and she's playing with like that little like plastic stopper that was in the top of her coffee in her mouth, and she just slowly pushes the bagel across the desk towards Dazen.
Go grab it.
You have my number.
Thanks, babe. And he'll sit down and start eating his bagel.
Is Alyssa in class today?
Is Alyssa in class today?
Yeah.
Okay, she is.
Oh, you're asking me if she
Yeah,
is?
I'm asking you.
Yeah, she is in class today. Zion's just been kind of watching that whole thing happen. Gonna shake his head at Rhea after that's all done. And then he's gonna turn
Alyssa's
to Alyssa.
like, she's fully like zoned out, just like doing the like head nod, like she's clearly struggling to stay awake at this moment.
And she sits behind me, yeah?
Yeah.
Alyssa, dear, you have a doctor appointment today, don't you?
What I guess let me ask, what's the relationship like with Alyssa? Obviously I know what has been going on, but I'm assuming with the hypnosis she doesn't know.
I think that
or does
he
she know
covers
that
it
you're
as
feeding
like
on
a
her?
fling.
Okay.
They probably have some like romantic stuff going on, but
Okay.
it's really like it's not a healthy relationship, and
Well,
it's
clearly.
not public. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if you have time for that.
I'm not talking about me. I think you're
Oh.
forgetting you had an excuse to
Sorry,
leave class
I just-
later to go to the doctor. You see Dason over there, my good friend. I think he's going to be a bit extra hungry today. You can just see that cruel Rhea. She ruined his breakfast. Maybe you could do me a favor and grab him something nice for lunch and bring it back. And this is like my hypnotize target, so I'm gonna use my hypnotize on her.
Oh, okay. So you roll, I assume.
I roll with hot, which I get an experience for. Thanks, Rhea. Okay.
Yeah, Rhea, did you mark experience for rolling to shut someone down? Okay.
All right. So that is a 10. So on a 10 and up, they do exactly what I wish and have no idea anything is wrong.
You see that she starts to protest, and you know that in her more lucid moments, she is pretty jealous of Dason. Like, she knows that you clearly kind of have a thing for him, or like at least seem to pay more careful attention to him than you ever do to her.
I think I noticed that too. And I think when I see that little spark of jealousy, that's when I move it from like a request to a hypnotize.
Yeah,
And I kind of
you
just
see she's
I
about
brush
to
her
like
cheek when I asked.
she
"Pretty
rolls her
please?"
eyes, and then you brush her cheek, and you see her face just like goes just blank as she like hangs on your every word. Right. Doctor's appointment. What does Dason like to eat?
That's a good question. I'll go ask him. But just keep that request in mind. You're too good to me. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Anything.
And then I'm gonna stand up. Class hasn't started yet, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm
Mrs.
gonna stand up.
Weinstein hasn't appeared yet.
That's true.
I'm gonna stand up and go walk over to Dason. So, she's a bit of a bitch, isn't she? Gesture over to Rhea.
Rhea's 2 seats away.
Yeah, I'm not saying it quietly.
Yeah. You actually, and Rhea and Zion, both of you hear Danica snicker a little because she sits between Rhea and Dason. And she quickly covers it in her, like she's doing her makeup.
I look at Zion and I just wink at him.
I give a wink back and I flip her off. Can't believe I tolerated that for so long.
Yeah, some people overcompensate with
Oh,
vigilance.
and she does, believe me.
I can see it. Did you need something?
Well, I couldn't help but notice that your breakfast got ruined, and you see my good friend Alyssa over there is grabbing me lunch today. Thought I could maybe make it a group order.
Oh. Dason will like slowly shove his bagel to the side. A group order.
Yeah, anything
Yeah.
I can have her grab you as well while she's out.
Do you promise she'll get it?
Oh, I promise.
Yes. Of
And I
course.
get like a slight smirk at that because I'm like, yeah, she's gonna do it.
Oh my god, I'm starving. Could I like get in on that? Catherine
Sorry,
speaks
she
up.
only has so many hands, Catherine.
You don't
Oh.
think you can get Catherine something too?
I mean, like, I totally understand. I'm like definitely not mad at all. It's totally fine if you can't get me food too. I just
No, we'll get you food, Catherine.
That would be so great. And you know what? While I'm at it, let me just buy for Maria here, because you, like, obviously she now doesn't have a breakfast. So, like, let me just take care of that for you, Maria.
Maria just turns around, looks up, makes firm eye contact with Dason, and reclaims her bagel and ignores them.
Again, Alyssa only has so many hands, so let's keep it reasonable, but we can throw you in there.
I'll take
Catherine Shore.
medium fried egg, some fruit, and the coffee at
Dason.
140 degrees.
Perhaps you didn't hear. Zion offered lunch, not breakfast. And I take a big old bite of my bagel.
Yes, I did hear, Maria.
Have you never had breakfast for lunch, Miriam?
So some people in
this shit
civilized
town?
lands call it brunch.
I'm going to interrupt for a moment. It sounds, I probably should have triggered this earlier, actually, but it sounds like Maria is trying to turn Dason on.
Oh, what?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
She's ever so slightly like aloof. She likes to play with the idea of like contracts and stuff. So she's just a tease. She's not actively trying to get him worked up. This is just like the way she acts like towards people.
All right.
Dason wants to turn Maria on though.
All right. Well, you've got to play it out in the fiction first.
Yeah,
and then
I'm
trigger
about
move.
to.
Okay.
Before Maria can actually get the bagel, Dason will put his hand on her hand. Say, I can eat more than 1 meal. Please.
Oh, you're grabbing her hand.
Yeah, like, but not like a forceful grab, like a very like soft touch, and like making eye contact.
Okay.
Not pulling.
Why don't you roll to turn someone on then? Roll with hot.
This is the one thing I've been waiting for the whole week to do. I got an 8.
Okay, on a 7 to 9, so that's an 8. They choose 1. So Maria, you are choosing 1. Give themselves to you, and this obviously can be like interpreted for the situation. You know, it's not like you have to like lay down on the desks and bang it out right now. But give themselves to you. promise something they think you want, or give you a string against them.
I think that I am going to give the string, still do like, she like flushes, her neck turns a little red, her eyes dip down for a second, then flash back up to him, as can I. And she'll still take it, and she'll take a big bite in front of him before turning back around.
He
so
loves
it's like,
this.
Yeah.
Can I interject here and shut someone down?
Oh,
you want to try and shut down this situation?
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
Okay, how do you why don't you narrate your reaction?
Yeah, so I'm just watching it happen. Like, they're not being so subtle. So I'm just gonna stare back and forth. I'm just gonna give like a smirk to Maria. And then I'm gonna clear my throat as she's taking her bite. Maria, dear, you should know I can't notice, but you keep chewing on things. It's going to make your teeth even worse. My father's an orthodontist. I've heard about these things. It's a problem.
Danica and Catrice both can't hold in the laughter, and they like look at you, Rhea, and are just like, oh my gosh.
My face goes a little bit flush, and I don't laugh, but it looks like I'm about to.
Roll to yes.
I have an advanced thing that I would like to do here.
Okay.
So apparently I have bad teeth. I didn't know this before, but I would like to do a bargain with my dark pact as I like grip my teeth, and I'm gonna like run my tongue across them, and I can ask the dark power for something that I really, really want, and the MCU can attach a price to the thing I want and hint at an undesired twist in its nature. If I pay the price, I get with him after, and I want to have perfect fucking teeth.
This is so petty. It's perfect.
So fucking petty.
Okay.
This prick thinks he has hold over me.
Hint at a potential side effect.
A potential like something, an undesired twist in nature, like I'll have to pay for this somehow through the tyrant.
Yeah. Yeah.
The example
This bagel
is,
bite just got more complicated than a Magic the Gathering stack.
it really did.
Gosh. Okay. You want to have perfect teeth. Sorry, can you read it one more time? I can also go to your skin really quick.
You ask the dark power for something you really, really want. The MC will attach a price thing you want and hint at an undesired twist in nature. If you pay the price, you get what you're after. So you hint at it, and I get to deny it whether or not I actually do it.
Okay. The price for perfect teeth.
10 years in braces.
The price for perfect teeth is the tyrant wants some of Dason's
teeth?
Something of Dason's. Something of Dason's. We'll leave it at that.
Something of Dason's? I can get something of Dason's. Hell yeah. I like my teeth, right? And I just smile over at Zion. Perhaps you are thinking of someone else, Zion. But I feel fine with my teeth.
That's good for you. Confidence, even if it's overconfidence, is confidence nonetheless. I'm just gonna smirk at her and I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna brush my hand on Rhea's shoulder as I walk back to my desk. You still have lovely teeth, dear. It's something you still got going for you.
If
Danica
I cared
looks
what you
like
thought, we'd still be together.
He's just gonna smirk at her and go back to his desk.
I wink at him again, flip him off.
He'll go relay Dason's order to Alyssa and Catrice's.
Catrice
is Catherine.
There's Catrice and Catherine.
Oh, Catherine. Catrice didn't want lunch. Catherine wanted lunch. Yeah.
Okay, Catherine and Dason's orders.
Yeah, Catherine was trying to pay for Maria's order because she's so incredibly giving.
I'm gonna pay for all of it. I'm just gonna give her my card.
Okay. So, all right, Alyssa jots it all down. Danica, scoots over to your seat, Rhea. Oh my god, I cannot believe Zion. He's so, right?
You know what? We don't talk about Zion. You know that.
Oh, right. I just meant it was really uncool, what he said earlier.
To me or to Maria?
No, to you. I don't care about Maria. I mean, she's fine, I guess. Never mind. Sorry. I just won't talk about it anymore. She sighs and rolls her eyes as she turns away from you, Rhea.
I'm rolling my eyes as well. I'm not over this yet. I feel like it's only been a few months since all this went down. And so she's just not there yet.
Yeah. Catrice turns around and says, "Hey, so I was just wondering who you think you might be going with to Jaden's party later? I mean, obviously us, or I hope so, but I just didn't know if you were going to take someone specific or, had your eye on anyone."
Well, you wouldn't actually know them because they're from Oakland City College, so.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So
their name's James. So
James, right? Oh, so what's James's deal? Is he cool or strong?
Oh yeah, all of the above. So
right.
Still not good enough for me, but I have to pick someone. So
Oh, totally. Yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, like, who realistically is good enough for you? I mean,
It's a good question.
so is James like a secret, or like, are you gonna like introduce him to everyone?
Yeah, at Jane's party.
Right. Yeah, totally. Okay, I'm so excited to meet James.
Yeah. So who are you bringing?
Oh, well, she looks over at Jethro. Jethro, you wanna like go with me? I mean, it might give you someone to talk to other than Dason, who's probably gonna be staring daggers into your soul the whole time.
I don't know why you promised that kid lunch.
Well, it just like I don't know. He just like talked me into it, and I don't know. It like, listen, I don't know. Okay, I did it once, and then it kind of became a thing, and then he was like cool and chill with me, and well, anyway, I guess I don't know. Am I not anymore? Do you think I can stop now, or I don't know.
You can stop whenever you want. He can be
Oh.
pissed. It doesn't matter.
He just seemed like really, like, kind of scary. Do you think he's gonna like beat me up?
If he does, he'll have hell to pay.
Okay, well, yeah, Catrice, I'll go with you.
Danica, who are you going with?
Oh, yeah, I hadn't. It's just like someone from my biology class. I don't know if you've like met him yet. His
I mean, I know
name's-
everyone for the most part.
Right. I think he's new, actually. Like just
Oh.
transferred here.
From Canada.
No, from California. So he's like really he was like a surfer, so he's like really tan and like super ripped, and
Sounds hot. You should introduce us.
yeah, I don't, it's like a real bummer though, because I don't think he's actually going to be able to make Jaden's party tonight.
Oh,
So
that's too bad.
yeah.
Do
But
I
you know
hear
what? I'll
this?
talk to him. Yeah. hmm
Danica, why don't you bring me? I'd go with you.
Oh, you don't want to go with him, huh?
Well, we have had some good times. I think she might.
Yeah.
You're on.
Until she broke up with you.
Alyssa
Oh.
is right behind you, Zion, and she's like under her breath because she knows it's a down low thing. She's like, I thought that we were going together, Zion.
Do I hear that?
I'm gonna say, how about this? I will. Oh, no. I'll leave it to Zion. Does Rhea hear this?
She can hear it. That's fine.
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't think that we had those plans. Sorry, Alyssa. I was already planning on asking Danica here.
Danica looks a little stricken.
I'm staring into her soul.
Why don't you roll to manipulate an NPC? I don't know. I feel like one of you needs to manipulate an NPC here, but I feel like
I'm
you both
happy.
are.
I'm happy
I'll
to
say-
manipulate an
I think
NPC.
Rhea is doing more manipulating. Like Zion's feels like, here's an invitation, but Rhea is like actively pushing.
Trying to
her.
change their mind.
Yeah. hmm
Yeah. Okay, so it's the 2d6 still, and then just plus my hot roll then.
Yes.
Okay. So, I only got a 5. I rolled so low.
Oh, okay. Well, I think the obvious outcome is this then. She looks at you and sort of like shrinks underneath your gaze for a second, and then you see her like toughen under your gaze, and you think that you may have like she has now drifted even farther from you than where she was before as far as like her loyalties. And she looks at Zion. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to go with you. Let's do it.
Oh, have fun. You guys are so cute.
Yeah,
No.
it's gonna be a great time.
I'm gonna pointedly stare at Rhea, and I would like to turn someone on. And I'm talking about Danica, but I'm gonna stare with kind of a mischievous smile. You know, Rhea, old flames often burn the hottest. It's a shame you haven't figured that out yet.
Ooh, okay.
How sturdy are these desks?
That's a 7 for my hot.
Okay. On a 7 to 9, they choose one. So Rhea, you choose one. Give themselves to you. Promise something they think you want. Give you a string against them. So you give yourself to Zion. You promise something that you think Zion wants, or you give Zion a string against you.
If you have a string on me, you could also take one away from me and make that fail. Because I got exactly a 7.
Can.
I have 2 strings on you. I think in this scenario, I will use one because it seems appropriate for her to continue her like rejection of what's happening right now.
Okay.
So I'll use the string to make that fail.
Okay. So why don't you show us what that looks like as far as you're using this string, which you got from saving him, which I guess we kind of decided was sort of linked to your relationship, basically.
Yeah. Which is probably why we're still like, there's still this like tension issue going on. So after he says the thing about like the hottest flames burn, or like the old flames burn the hottest or whatever, I'll look at him and say, it's a shame you haven't figured out how to move on yet. And I'll pull out this book of like occultism spells or something like that and just start reading it like in front of his face and just like ignore him.
Still so edgy. See you at the party.
Nothing.
Okay, we are going to change scenes, but really quick. I'm hotspotting from my phone and I forgot to plug it in, so it's going to die. I'm going to run and get the charger before it does
RP
that.
while you're gone.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
not
just
a problem.
mingle. I don't think that's been a problem so far. I'll be right back.
I'm reading. So I'm reading like real hot though. Like you can see my shoulders. And I like bite my lip every once in a while. And I lick my finger to turn the page.
Wow.
The door opens. And Mrs. Weinstein walks in.
Felicia.
Oops. So very sorry. I've been so very late. Now, everyone opens your books and turn to page 143, yes?
Unfortunately, it looks like it's time for class to end. You took too long.
I do not believe that is so.
Do you have a watch?
Of course I have a... Oh, very sorry, students. I was on the other time zone. Go on with you all. Go on. Get to your next class.
See you later.
I see we brought in Mrs. Weinstein.
It was requested, chat. She's dismissed class.
Yeah, she how did she enter? Was she very like, harried and
No, she was so calm. She just had the wrong time zone. She just flew in from somewhere.
Okay.
All you missed was that, and that Rhea learned how to make reading look attractive.
Okay.
That's where we got.
Nice. I missed a lot.
It was
the
an
most
innate
important,
ability.
Yeah, the most important parts of the session. Okay, we'll fast forward to lunchtime. And Alyssa comes back with your lunches, Dason and Zion, and she and Catherine, and she sits down. You guys all group together at a table, and it's sort of is this like uncomfortable, not really double date kind of group situation. And Alyssa's kind of recovered, I think, from her hypnosis. She did the thing that you wanted, but you see that she's now just like glaring at Dason over the food.
And
Maria is busily talking about her trip over the summer, and just like diving into all of the really boring details. Jason, you want to wink at her?
Yeah, she's like glaring at Dazen.
Yeah.
Dazen wants to walk up to her. What's her name again? Alyssa?
Alyssa. You guys are all kind of at the same table because she just brought
Dazen
you food.
Wants to look at her and say, "Thanks, Alyssa. This is the best lunch, breakfast, brunch I've ever gotten. Tell me, are you looking to do this on a more frequent basis?" And I want to try to turn her on.
Okay. What exactly are
It's
you doing
backfiring wildly.
that is attractive here?
I just did it. My voice. Were
Oh,
all of you like
seductive
captivated
voice.
by that seduction?
Very captivated.
Zion is just in
I think I need a little more. She is currently like antagonistic to you. She does not like you. So I'm gonna need it a little more than charming voice.
Okay. Then Dazen.
So she'll say, no, I am not interested in anything that has anything to do with you.
What if I told you that I could show you things you've never seen before?
I highly doubt that.
Maria's walking by. That's what all the guys say. She just continues with her tray somewhere else.
Okay, he leaves Alyssa. He's now turned to that comment from Maria, and he's gonna go chat with her. And I don't know if you want me to chat with her. I don't want to dominate the whole scene. So he's gonna walk over to Maria.
Okay. We'll follow you guys in a moment. We'll go back to the table with Alyssa and Catherine, who has seemed completely unbothered by what you said. She's just like prattling on about her summer trip. And Alyssa whispers to you, Zion, I don't know why you hang out with him. He is literally the worst.
He's a very interesting person. I mean, you see how social he is. It's good contact to have. It's important for reputation, you know.
Right.
Something you could work on a little bit more.
Yeah, you've made it abundantly clear that I am not good enough for your reputation.
He's gonna turn to her. He's kind of noticing she seems bugged. Hey, we have some fun though, don't we? Gonna give her a smile.
Well, why don't you go have fun with Danica tonight? And she's gonna get up and take her food elsewhere.
Oh, please, you didn't take that seriously, did you? I'm just trying to get under Rhea's skin.
Oh, so you aren't going with Danica tonight?
Well, I am, but it's not out of anything serious.
All right. Well,
You see how people crowd around Rhea. I don't understand it. Somebody needs to put her in her place. It's going to be me.
well, when you're done pining over your ex-girlfriends, why don't you let me know?
All right. Or, you know, we could go have some fun right now. And
All
you
right,
could just
roll to turn someone on.
Oh no, that's fittingly very bad. That's a 5 total.
A 5 total. Okay, yeah. She takes her, I don't remember what you guys ordered for lunch. It was like there was fried egg and stuff. It was a brunch,
Fried egg,
like a
very
breakfast
specific
place.
temperature coffee.
Yeah. Oh, okay, coffee. That's right. Okay, so she looks at you, and takes her plate and just like tips it like onto your shirt. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I've just been really tired, you know, and sometimes I just kind of slip up. All of you in the common area see this, like, because now they're standing like she's started to walk away, she's now like smeared this fried egg, I guess, onto Zion's shirt.
Very expensive designer clothes.
Dazen stops mid-tracks and looks at her and says, "Clean it up."
And Rhea is right behind Zion as this happens. She was walking by and she says, "Oops, I guess you got what you deserved." And then she keeps walking.
He's just gonna glare at Ray as she walks by, but he's much more interested in what just happened with Dason. He's just staring. And see what happens with that.
Dazen's gonna do two things, Tori. I don't know if this is okay. First, manipulate an NPC to try to get her to clean it up. Second, turn Zion on by this authoritative like motion. Like it's like a double whammy.
I think the most immediate thing here is to manipulate an NPC.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Matt gets it. 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, so just roll this.
Yep. Roll with hot. Spicy.
That's an 8.
An 8. Okay. I tell you what it'll take to get Alyssa to do this. Do it, and they will do it. I think it will take like a show of force.
Okay.
Like I think Alyssa has to be a little bit scared of you to do this.
Like lash out physically? Or like no, yeah, Dazen does it.
Okay, what do you do?
Grab her hand.
Okay.
And put a cloth, like a napkin in her hand and say, "I said, clean it up."
She now looks pretty frightened. Like I imagine you're gripping her hand like kind of hard.
No, actually, it's like
it's like the threatening softness kind of thing. Okay.
Yes.
All right. She slowly takes the napkin and like not taking her eyes off of you, Dason, like just slowly wipes the egg off of Zion's shirt. While this is happening, Maria, what are you doing?
What a great question. So Maria has been sort of watching all this, and I said earlier that she has sort of a calculating gaze, and she's watching the way everyone is interacting with each other. So after seeing Rhea walk away from the situation, she accidentally makes eye contact with Rhea since she was watching her so much, and she looks down immediately at her food and then back up at Rhea. They're kind of embarrassed that she was just caught.
Can I roll as I see this? I want to like kind of invitingly like gesture like to come with me. Can I roll a turn someone on for this?
Oh, like it's like a come hither kind of look?
Mm-hmm. Like nothing.
You don't
needs
even
to
have to roll. You don't even have to roll. I'm there.
Awesome. My traits are stunning and my eyes are captivating. So
okay, I think you can just do this. I think you can just give her the look. Yeah.
Maria exhales and stands up, leaving her food behind, and she walks up, her hands in her jacket pockets.
As you're walking over, Maria, you get sort of the second half of that tyrant's deal. It's like, it feels sort of like someone finishing a sentence, you know? And it's, you need to get something of Dason's to sacrifice to Rhea's cult.
Okay. With now a purpose in mind, Maria's steps grow a little longer, a little firmer as she looks up, and she has a certain amount of determination in her face as she approaches. Hey.
You were done with it too?
Say that again?
You were done with it too?
Yeah, the cock off is ridiculous.
I've been pretty over it for a while now. If anyone wants to fuck around with them, that's on them. But I'd like to fuck around with you.
There's a party later.
I already was gonna bring someone, but
No worries.
I can.
Maybe I'll see you there anyways.
Oh no. We'll be there together.
It's taken a little bit aback that she's getting the priority. Maria exhales. Okay. And she just for 1 second, like, flickers in that subservient nature.
We still have 15 minutes. I know somewhere if you want to go somewhere.
All Maria does is like take a toothpick out of her mouth and toss it in the trash and shrug.
I'll turn like away from you and walk, and my hand is just behind me for you to grab as I go.
Maria laces her fingers through yours and follows so obediently.
I will take you to a locker room.
Mhm.
Where do you leave your posse, Rhea? Are they just sort of trained to like stay behind, give you your space? Do they like kind of go with you and then like wait? Or like how does this work? I feel like this probably is not the first time.
Yeah, no, not. I think that she would tell them what to do. Like when she leaves, is like if she doesn't want them to follow her, she'd just be like, stay here. Like,
okay,
I'll be back.
Then they start to get
and like
up.
everyone has phones, right? So it's not.
Yeah, sure. So it's a wait, like catch you later, wait up for me kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Where do you go?
I take her to a locker room that is infrequently used. It's for like some like offshoot
for the football team
type of. Yeah, it's for the football team. Nobody goes in there. So it's like the in-between locker room that goes to the outside that like there's a whole bunch of like stalls in there of just rows of lockers, and nobody, like, there's no way anyone's going to use all of them. So she'll just take her to the back.
All right. And is that a fade to black? Is this happening for you guys?
Oh, absolutely. It's happening.
I am consenting. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then both of you trigger your sex moves. Do you want to tell us what those are?
Let me go get mine.
Dang, you won the game.
Yeah,
I did.
Winner. Congratulations.
Yeah, so my sex move is when I have sex with someone, they gain a condition, one of them. And while that condition remains, they count as part of my gang.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then I think there's, oh no, that's another thing, my many bodies move, but that's a gang thing, so.
Okay, what about you, Maria?
I move one of the strings my Dark Lord has on me onto Rhea.
What?
Oh, that feels
damn.
very appropriate with this whole sacrifice setup thing too.
And I want to say, like, afterwards, like, Maria's fastening her bra up and sort of fixing her bangs, and she so casually brings it up. Rhea, if someone was going to put Dason in their place, what would they take from him?
Dason?
Yes, he is why Zion is acting like a love-struck puppy, showing off, showing everyone how big his dick is. If someone was going to fuck with Zion, they would do it by fucking with Dason.
You're probably right. I think that the issue with Dason is that he thinks that he deserves everything. So maybe just
His glasses.
taking that mask off. That's a good idea. The hat.
You feel this like purr of approval when you mention the glasses. You feel like the tyrant is very pleased with that suggestion, Maria.
It'd be fun seeing Dason's real reactions to things instead of shrouded behind his glasses.
The coward covers their face. So I agree.
Maria turns and I feel like Rhea is definitely taller than Maria, so she tiptoes up a little bit and does a little kind of kiss, bites her lip a little, and then sinks back down.
Before you sink back down, she pushes into you and bites your lip and pulls you to her.
Yeah, they have this power moment of evil plotting before she parts.
And then when she's done, she pushes you down.
Mm-hmm.
See you later. And then she leaves.
Perfect. End scene.
Yeah. So back in the common area, Alyssa's finished cleaning the egg off your shirt. As soon as she's done, she finishes and as soon as Dason basically she feels like he has let her go, she just runs out of the cafeteria. And Catherine was just sitting at the table nearby this whole time, and she also finally shuts up and just is yeah, I guess I'll go check on Alyssa. Okay, well, anyway, bye. She skitters off. And while you aren't alone in the cafeteria, people have kind of left you guys alone for the moment, Zion and Dason.
And the entire time that Alyssa was cleaning off his shirt, he was just giving a hungry smile to Dason of approval of what just happened. Oh, I guess you're a bit intimidating.
I guess I am. Is your shirt okay?
It's fine. I've got
Would you
one.
like mine?
Is he wearing one currently?
No, he's not.
Well, I don't think you have one to give.
Exactly.
He'll just smile. Going to the party tonight?
Thinking about it. Not sure it's my style,
I roped one of Rhea's lackeys into it.
Who?
I could ditch her if you want an invitation.
Which lackey?
Danica.
Oh. No, it's fine. Oh, go ahead.
They're all wrapped around her finger. I find it amusing if I can get under her skin.
She's overconfident and zealous.
She wishes to be what you are. She's not as good as she thinks she is, though.
No one can be what I am.
Look at what just happened.
Surely. And Dazen will put a hand on your shoulder, gingerly.
Smash cut to Rhea doing things better than Dason, then back.
I think I know maybe you weren't going for this specifically, Toby or Dason, but it seems like you've cleared embarrassed. I feel like that moment of you kind of echoed the standoff in a way of you got everyone's attention again, and you showed that you are in charge here. So I think you can clear embarrassed. Okay, I guess I would say it sounds like you're trying to turn someone on, but I don't know. The last scene just kind of played out with everyone being like, "Yep, this is happening." So I guess I'll ask Zion if this.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Dazen will look at Zion and say, "You promise you'd take me instead of Danica?"
You like your promises, don't you?
A promise is difficult to break. It's binding.
Yes, I'd take you instead.
Do you promise?
I promise.
Say it.
I promise I'll take you instead.
Excellent.
You're interested in Maria, it seems?
Something strange about her. She needs help. I'm afraid that Raya, I don't even bother to know her name. Did you see them walk off into the locker room?
I didn't notice. I was distracted.
She's probably going to turn into one of her lackeys. Oh well. Yes, I will give you, Zion, the honor. He's saying this loud, like so other people can hear. I will give you the honor of taking me to the party tonight.
He's like turning and like announcing it.
Yeah, so like everyone can hear that like you're taking him to the party.
He smiles and rolls his eyes a little bit at that. Very well. I'll see you tonight. It's tonight,
Yes.
right? The party's tonight.
You're
Yes.
taking
Sorry.
me.
Yes, it is.
Good. I'll see you tonight.
I'll expect you to pick me up at 7.
I will. He'll take out his phone. Give me the address.
You see, there's a text on your phone from Danica Zion that says, "Pick me up at 7." Winky face.
I'm gonna text back. I'll show up at 6.
Oh, okay. A
You're
little bit
taking
of double date, but only one person taking him.
That's
All right.
great.
Well, so end scene. Let's go. I'll say this, Rhea. You noticed that only Jethro and Catrice were outside, like waiting for you after school. And they said that Danica just said, actually Danica texted you and she said had some stuff I had to take care of.
Emergency.
Yeah. See you later at the party and she says see you later at the party period with James.
Sounds great.
All right, so jumping ahead.
Can I make a manipulate NPC for the party to spread a rumor about Rhea?
So that's something that you just need to do.
I'm doing it.
What are you trying to do? I guess is this
During
at the
lunch.
party?
This
During
is before
lunch.
the party.
Okay.
Dazen walks around and tells everyone, "Did you hear that Rhea slept with Little Rat?"
Okay. Why don't we play this out with one specific person? Who are you? Who are you going to spread this?
100% going to Catherine.
Mhm.
Because this is a lady who said she went on a service trip but really went to the Bahamas. She's gonna
Yeah.
spread this everywhere.
Yeah, probably.
Hey,
Okay.
Catherine. Thanks.
Oh, hey, that was really a lot earlier.
What was?
Just the whole egg thing.
What egg thing?
When you made Alyssa clean off the egg. I mean, I totally get it. Zion's shirt is really expensive. So, Alyssa was totally in the wrong, but I did check on her, by the way. She's doing okay, I guess.
That's fine.
What's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you earlier for you were so nice wanting to buy Maria food.
Oh, yeah. Well, she just, she kind of dresses like a homeless person. So I know she probably doesn't have a lot. So I just try to help out where I can,
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of helping, I was wondering if you could help me with something.
Totally. What's up?
Okay, I heard something. It's about Rhea, right? Rhea. It's about Rhea. Did you
Okay.
hear that she's been sleeping with Lil Rat?
Oh my God, no way.
Yes, way. It's worse than that. I also now this piece, Lil Rat, 100% true. This piece, I'm not positive. So if you could do a little digging or spread it around to kind of get the word out. I heard that, well, Austin?
Yeah, the fingernail guy.
Yeah. That's not the
Yeah?
only place those fingernails are going. If you pick up what I'm saying.
Oh my God. Wait, so what do you need me to help with?
Just
I
spread
mean, obviously
it around.
Rhea needs help if those are the kinds of people that she's hanging out with. But
Well, she doesn't need help, but you have to tell everyone else. If she tries to hook up with someone at this party, who knows what's wrong with her?
oh,
You know what I mean? I'm one man. Surely I can't do it myself. I'll do what I can, but your tendrils extend out to the college campus. Everyone knows you. You're so nice. And you went on that trip to the Bahamas. So
no, actually it was a service trip to Africa. So
right.
But you know, this
service
is
trip.
Rhea. I'm just worried like if she finds out that you're gonna basically Toby or Dason, sorry, you need to roll and we'll see how this pans out.
Yeah, okay.
Roll with hot.
Dang it. I can't use unashamed to manipulate just to turn people on. I wanted to give her a string on me to get a +3, but that's okay. Manipulate. Oh, that's so good. That's a 10. I don't know what that does on manipulate.
A 10. A 10. They'll do what you want if you give them a bribe, a threat, or a motive.
Oh, excellent. How important to her is people thinking this was a service trip? Like, is that pretty important to her, like, reputation and stuff?
She so far has kept that up.
Okay, this is great. This is gonna be great. And I would hate for people to find out that your service trip was kind of a luxury service trip. Do you know what I'm saying?
It was a service trip.
Right. Yes, it was, and it'll stay that way as long as you tell everyone what I told you to say. It'll stay a service trip.
Will you tell people that it was? Because like they already don't think it was, and it totally was. So like, would you like,
you know what, Catherine?
you hear them saying, you know, that it wasn't? Like, will you speak up and tell them? Because
you know what? If you promise me to tell everyone the truth about Rhea, then I will do this for you. Do you promise?
Okay, fine. I'll do it.
Say it.
I promise.
You promise to what?
Oh my God, Dason. I promise to tell everyone about the weird, like, Lil Rat and Austin situation with Rhea and how she's totally sleeping with them. And I'll warn everyone at the party in case she tries to hook up with anybody there.
Wonderful. I knew I could count on you. You're amazing, Catherine. Katie, can I call you Katie? Catherine works. See you later.
Catherine.
And then he'll walk away.
All right. So let's jump forward to let's go to Zion first. It's 6:00. Danica is expecting you. What
Yep.
are you doing? Where are you?
Okay. Now, Zion is quite wealthy because he's lived a long time. He's got life savings. He's got a couple nice cars. So he's gonna take one of his Corvettes. He's got a very nice, sleek black Corvette that he's gonna take out, and yeah, he's gonna show up to Danica's at 6:00, and he's gonna go knock on her door.
Okay. She opens the door. She looks quite nice. And she steps out, has her bag, and says that she's ready to go.
Are your parents
Except
home?
we're definitely gonna be kind of early for the party. So are we
I
like
was
getting dinner
hoping
first?
we could spend some time together first before we go.
Oh.
We had such good times and I haven't been able to get them off my mind, if I'm honest. Perhaps a little rekindling before we go back to the party? And I would like to
Yeah, roll to turn someone on.
That is an 8.
Can
An
I
8.
pull a string with an NPC and make that fail?
Oh,
Because I have
Oh.
a string on Danica.
Interesting.
Can I just text her like the moment that happens?
Let's see. So yeah, okay. So what you can do is you can't cause it to fail. But when you spend a string on an NPC, you can cause them to falter, hesitate, or freeze up momentarily. You can place a condition on them. You can add extra harm. You're not harming them right now. Or you can add stuff to your rolls, which you're not rolling against them. But would you like to do one of those? Or I suppose you could try to manipulate an NPC, perhaps from afar.
You can manipulate anywhere with a cell phone.
Yeah. I'm gonna text her, like, and not knowing. I mean, like, I know that she's going with Zion. Like, that's what they said. So I know I have, like, I think I have some time before he gets there or whatever. So I'm gonna text her and say, I was texting your brother recently, and he isn't really happy about this whole Zion situation. So just think about that before you go. And like the context is that like her brother lives with her still, and like he could be home at any minute.
Okay.
And I legitimately did text her brother and tell her about this. Him about this.
Okay.
Oh, rude.
So you rolled an 8. So I get to pick. They give themselves to you. They promise something they think you want, or they give you a string against them. So she is about to answer you, Zion, and her phone buzzes, and she looks. Listen, Zion, I'm really sorry, but I just can't right now. At least not here. But honestly, it's because of Rhea. I mean, she's such a bitch. Like, she's just trying to rule my life, and I don't know why I haven't seen that until now.
Well, I made the same mistake for far too long, so I understand.
I feel like she needs some payback.
Don't have to get too heated. Just, what if we just made out for a moment? I've missed those lips.
Well, what about your car? I don't want my brother to come home, and like, that'd be really awkward.
Ah, fine. Yes, we could drive around the block.
Okay. But not in front of that one neighbor's house, because remember the other time they caught us and they got really pissed and it was really awkward. So not that house.
We found some good spots. It'll be fine.
Okay. Rhea does not know.
Of course not. Just between us.
All right. Fine. Let's go.
Okay. I would like to drive her around the block. And yeah, we'll make out. But my real intention for this is I got to get a good feed in before this date with Dason.
Oh, yes.
So while we're getting hot and heavy in the makeout, I would like to try to hypnotize her to see if I can get a feed in. So
Okay.
I'm going to kind of aggressively bite her neck, get some blood, and then I'm going to try to hypnotize her to make her forget it.
Whew. Okay.
Did you say she gave me a string earlier?
Well, I think this kind of turned into she gave herself to you. I was trying to promise something that she thought you wanted, which is maybe getting back at Rhea. But but this is where the story is gone. So
okay, I'm gonna roll for my hypnotize then, and I have no strings to use, but she has no strings on me though, right?
that's correct.
That's good. All right, that is a 9.
Okay.
So it works, but I have to choose one of the following. They realized that I hypnotized them, they fuck up my command, or their sanity is unhinged. And boy, oh boy, she's part of that crew that he doesn't like, so I'm gonna hurt her sanity a little bit.
Okay. So you bite her neck to draw blood, and she reacts, but then you instantly, like, you know, calm the situation, hypnotize her, and yeah, we'll maybe explore that later.
Excellent. After they're done, he's gonna drop her back off to the front of the house. I forgot something at home that I have to go take care of really quickly.
No.
We still have time. I'll leave you here. You know how fast this can drive. I'll be back to pick you up 20 minutes.
Okay. I mean, I guess that'll make us fashionably late anyway.
Yes, of course. It's good for the image. And he'll
Okay,
give her
well,
a
I gotta
little
put more
soft
makeup on
kiss.
anyway.
And then he'll let her out of the car. And then he will leave to never show up again that evening.
That is
And he's
so
going to go
sad.
pick up
He's
Mason.
standing up a now unhinged girl. I'm sure that will be fine.
That'll be
okay.
fine.
Let's jump to Rhea and Maria. Well, I guess I'm checking in with you guys. Are you guys doing anything before the party, either of you, individually or together, or anything like that?
Rhea is getting glamorous. Like,
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, it's not like she has to do a whole lot else, but she's gonna do a whole lot else.
Maria has like a thrift. She wears thrift clothes, like thrift shop clothes. So she has like her best outfit on, and she goes to pick up Rhea on like her old beat up motorcycle. So they'll arrive on that to like make a scene, and I think they'll try and get there a little bit early.
Okay. So you're leaving Catrice and Jethro to drive themselves meet up with you at the party.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jethro drives everyone around. It's weird
Right.
that I'm not going with them, but that's fine.
Yeah, he'll make do.
Maria maybe threw like a wrench in your plans. Maybe you were planning on it, then I showed up not realizing how you typically get around.
Rhea, this is gonna mess up your hair a little bit. What do you think about that?
I think
can't-
that.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say you can't ruin perfection.
Oh,
I think she can manage whatever happens. The little fluffiness, she'll just
Yeah. Okay.
fix it real quick. She'll actually have Maria fix it.
Oh yeah, Maria takes care of it. She's sort of like a jack of all trades.
As she's like leaning to like fix the back part, I'll just bite her neck and like.
A little hiss and then a heated look. I'm gonna get you those fucking glasses.
Let's do this. And she'll pull out this like arcane scroll looking thing, like just something that has like something in like Latin written on it. I have a plan. And it's just like some sort of seance type thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know that tonight, Rhea, is a full moon, which is typically the perfect time, you know, for your little cult. That's when you guys like you would meet up anyway, even if there weren't a party, but it's just very nice that there's also a party. So usually when these kinds of things happen, you'll like do whatever you're gonna do, and then you'll like meet up afterward and conduct your dark ritual
Cult business.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just jump to the party then. Everyone shows up. Zion, you pick up Dason in your Corvette.
I pick up Dason. I have a coffee just like he ordered earlier with a very nice bagel sandwich.
140
Sorry.
degrees.
Exactly, 140 degrees. So hot. Sorry, I stopped for dinner. I already ate, but here's something for you.
Oh, it's my coffee. You remembered.
Have a good memory.
Excellent.
Then yeah, I'll pick him up my very nice card and we'll go to this party.
Do you open the
Dason's
door
down.
for Dazen? This is very important.
For the car door?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got very big manners.
Dazen's about it. And then we'll go to the party with you.
Excellent.
He'll actually give you a kiss on the cheek before when you arrive, and then go to the party.
Oh, yeah, he gives a smile and drives very recklessly the way there.
Okay. You guys walk in. Maria and Rhea are already there. Rhea, as people start to show up, you notice that they, like, people here and there seem to sort of like catch sight of you and then like start talking. You get this just sort of this sense that like people are talking about you, which is not unusual, but it feels a bit different. You know, you catch sight of people like kind of snickering, like, and, you know, muttered words of like, oh my God, are you serious? Things like that.
I don't say anything outright. Like, feeding a troll is not a good thing to do.
Okay, you see Zion and Dason walk in.
I have to pause here because as we get to the door,
Yes.
I pause, and I'm gonna see if I can see Rhea anywhere. Is it an open door party? Is it Rhea's house?
An open door party?
Like,
No,
is it like
this is Jaden's place.
okay? Is Jaden around?
Somewhere, I assume.
Like, is there
You
an
don't-
open door?
Yes. It's people
Okay.
are just kind of filing in.
Jaden, and I'm gonna shout for him.
Okay. He you see Quinn, who's already double fisting it with moonshine, presumably. Oh yeah, Jaden's out in the back. You want me to go get him? Here.
Who is inviting guests in? What kind of?
You guys need something to drink. And she comes like stumbling up to both of you and hands her cups to each of you. No empty hands. I want to see no empty hands here at this party.
Surely I couldn't drink your drink. We'll get our own, thank you.
I'm gonna turn to Dason. Nobody respects manners anymore. Nobody greets anybody into their homes for parties. And then I want to spend one of my strings on Dason, and I'll offer you experience if Dason will invite me in.
What?
You have
Do
to
you
be
ask
invited in
that?
just by anybody.
I can't go. It just says that I have to be invited into the home.
Okay.
Do you ask Dazen that then?
Would you take over the manners here?
Oh, of course I will.
I feel
Dazen will walk in and go, Zion, please, would you like to join me inside?
that is what a gentleman looks like. Thank you. And yeah,
and then
I'll
he'll
walk
stick
in.
his hand out for Zion and like lead you inside.
Yeah, I'll go in now.
Okay. The party goes as most parties at Jaden's house go. The music is loud. The drinks are abundant and strong. Probably most of it is Quinn's trademark moonshine that is flowing aplenty at this party. And we'll say, you know, it goes like an hour or so. We'll say we're an hour into the party. Where's everyone at? What are we doing? Where's Maria? I guess are Maria and Rhea still together, or where are you posted up?
I'm not terribly clinging on Rhea. I know that Rhea needs to talk to people, and I take the opportunity to like linger in places and make pointed on eye contact with Dason. Like just like little flirty flickers and back down.
So you're not interested in her. You just feel like she needs help.
I didn't say I wasn't interested, but tonight I'm yours, Zion. Tonight I'm yours.
I actually feel like turning someone on, rolling here, applies since that could affect what Dason, how Dason feels.
Hold the phone. That's fine.
Okay.
All right, this is with hot.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 10.
Whoa.
Wait, hold the door. I'm going to use a string that I have on Maria to subtract 1 from that. So it's
Okay,
not
so
a
it's a
10
9.
and just a 9.
Okay.
Damn it, I should have done the power flows through you. It's fine.
All right. So you choose one, Dason. You give yourself to Maria. You promise something that you think she wants, or you give a string or you give her a string against you.
I'll
Yes.
float up to you.
That Dazen will give her a string.
Okay.
And as he's telling Zion that he's here for Zion, he'll casually glance over and make eye contact with Maria.
She'll like wink and like adjust her glasses if like these look cool type of a deal.
He'll quickly look back at Zion. So, are you gonna show me a good time, or am I gonna have to be the gentleman the whole night?
Oh, by all means. Let's have a party.
Yes, let's. And then they'll go into the party.
Yeah.
Okay. Rhea, people are kind of avoiding you.
Very odd feeling.
Other than, obviously Jethro and Catrice, who are just sort of
Yeah.
perpetually floating.
I think the whole process of like the last hour, she has like talked to them to see like what they have heard and like who they heard it from about me. And she's like, she wants to know who said these things.
Okay. They have been with you pretty much the whole rest of the day. So I think actually they don't really know. They've now, I'm assuming they've now heard the rumors at least. Like so you have been made aware of what kind of is floating around about you, that you are sleeping with Lil Rat and Fingernails Austin. But they don't know who has been saying this.
Okay.
Do I hear these rumors at this party?
Yes, they are flying. Yes.
Yes.
I would like to try to I hear someone saying something like in a hallway or something, like where there's not a bunch of other people around, like maybe like I walk past a bathroom and I hear someone talking about it, and I peek open the door and someone's like on their phone, and I kind of gesture for them to hang up the phone, and I'm kind of overbearingly terrifying, so I would hope that they just do. And I want to talk to them.
Okay.
And ask,
who is this?
This is Jenna.
Okay, someone new.
Yeah, it's a new
Okay.
person. Someone who's been never, it's just word has got around.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I want to say, where did you hear this? Because this is news to me. And I'd like to do manipulate an NPC, and like close the door behind me, like so that just her and I in the bathroom, and then I'll lock it, and I'll just kind of gaze into her soul and say that, like, where did you hear this? Because it's news to me. And I'll roll with Hot to manipulate them.
Okay.
To tell me like everything they know about where this came from. It's gonna be like the Harry Potter, like Dean told Seamus that Pravarti told blah blah blah, and I'll get the whole story for you. That's my goal. Okay, let me find my dice roller. God, I can't roll anything. It's a 6.
A 6.
It's this online dice roller. That's what it is.
Okay.
Could I join in the bathroom and help out?
I
I'm
actually
like looking for her and be like, rep. What is going on here?
I you can be there at the door, but I'm actually gonna do a thing from
Okay.
from this bad roll. So Jenna looks pretty like nervous at first, and then just like looks down at her phone again, and then like darts past you, like shoves the door open, and then shouts, "Oh my god, you guys would not believe Rhea just tried to corner me in the bathroom and totally like I just barely survived an encounter basically with Lil Rat and Fingernails Austin."
Can I
and
actually,
the whole party
Tori,
hears this. Yeah.
as this bitch starts coming out and like says, "You won't believe what Rhea did," I'm gonna fucking sock her in the mouth.
Oh,
Wow.
yes. Here we go.
Okay.
I just feel
Roll
like this
with
surge
volatile.
of like rage, and I know right now that the tyrant has this hold over me that is tied to Rhea, and I cannot anger either of them. And if this shit goes down, Rhea's in trouble, I'm in trouble, and I'm gonna stop this in its tracks since I was right there.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna say she gets out part of this. Like, people kind of understand the gist of what she was about to say, but you are trying to put her down.
Okay.
What do you get?
All right. So I am going to roll with the power flows through you, so that I give the dark power a string, and I add 2 to my next roll. Chase, let me do one thing without
Okay.
intervening.
Go for it.
No, Chase, don't let her make you back down.
I got a 9.
A 9. Okay. Okay.
I'm
On a
lashing out
79.
physically. Yeah.
Yeah, you harm them. But choose one. They gain 1 string on you. They can deal 1 harm to you for free if they want to. Or you become your darkest self.
Man, we're almost at the end of the stream, and I think we should display the darkest self. I don't want to take damage back. I just want to hit her and enter that stance.
Okay. So you are now your darkest self.
Mm-hmm.
That just happened.
What
Why
is
don't
your
you
darkest
describe
self?
Yeah.
this? Why don't you? Obviously, we'll see it more in your behavior for the last few
Mhm.
minutes we have here. But why don't you? Is there any sort of physical or even just a change in your
For a moment, the dark makeup she has around her eyes grows deeper and seems to almost drip down her face just an inch before retreating back in as she hits this girl, grabs her, and slams her against the wall. Watch your fucking mouth when you hold her name on your lips. You do not deserve to speak of her. You do not deserve to spread these lies. You will shut the fuck up or else. And then Maria realizes that everyone is looking at her. And as she looks around and sees the fear and the horror and the disgust in their eyes, she gets so small and she feels so alone and judged, and she lets go of her and shoves her away. Get the fuck out of here. And she heads for the back steps. She tries to go out and get some air.
Okay. We will let Maria flee the scene for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this was a big deal.
Big
First,
deal.
Jenna yelled out to everybody. And now, actually, you know what? I think that hasn't really relieved the pressure on you, Rhea, because
Oh no.
but the pressure is different now. First Jenna shouted this thing, and then Maria made this really huge show, and then was you be careful what you say with her name kind of thing. And I'm gonna need you to hold steady. So you need to roll with cold as all of these eyeballs turn to you and the party just stops.
Hold steady.
I tried so hard, Felicia.
I got a 9.
Okay. On a 7 to 9, choose. You keep your cool, or pick an option from the 10 and up list, but also gain the condition terrified. And the 10 and up list is you keep your cool, or you ask the MC a question about the situation, you remove a condition, or you carry one forward during this scene, which basically means you get to add 1 to your rolls during this scene.
I think I'm gonna keep my cool.
Okay.
And as this all settles in and Maria walks out the door, I'm gonna look at everyone who's just staring at this whole situation, and I'm gonna say, anyone have anything they'd like to tell me about this supposed rumor going around? Because you should say it
Zion
to my
is
face.
already gossiping around what just happened. He is just saying typical Rhea Lapdog going around. She gets everybody wrapped around her finger. So he's already like around gossiping with you about what just happened with Maria. And I'd like to spend one of my strings on Maria and give her the condition Rhea's Lapdog.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Rhea's Lapdog.
So that condition is on Maria, or
It's on Maria. Yeah.
It's on Maria.
Basically, that is the perception of her now.
I'm here for it.
And then when Rhea asks that, I'll just speak up. All I have to say is congratulations on your recent romantic ventures.
Mm,
Seems like
Maria
you're really
was a very
moving up
good
in the
fuck.
world.
You're right.
I bet they
Jason.
were.
Dazen will chime in. Yes, it sounds like you really get around these days. Or so I've
Sounds like-
heard.
Sounds like you've really been failing at that.
At what?
Your romantic conquests. It's just so sad to see you rejected at every turn.
Oh, no, I'm not rejected, dear. I've got Zion here. We were just about to head upstairs. Right, Zion?
Put my arm around him, hand on his shoulder. And perhaps you should check in on Danica, and he'll give a wink to Rhea.
Oh,
Guys
fuck.
head upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Dason doesn't come to
J-
rescue me?
Jaden stands up on
Oh,
a
wait,
chair.
wait. That's a really good point. Wow.
This is in front of everyone. I think if you sneak away later, I think that's like another. I think we can like.
Okay.
Later,
yeah.
I might not be in trouble.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
No, he wants to save
You
her.
want to change? Well, you got to make a choice. Dason, what's Dason do?
Dazen looks at Zion and says, I have to go freshen up. If you could go upstairs and get the bed or the pool table or whatever you want ready, I'll be up there. And take your shirt off.
I'll mingle, and you can tell me when you're ready. All good things take time.
Can I I'm gonna use a string that I have and offer do I have this string still? Yeah. Offer Zion a string, an experience point to do what I want, to go upstairs and get everything ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
He'll
Okay.
give you a kiss as like incentive.
Very well. Sure, I'll go find a good room.
What does
Jaden! I'm gonna go find Jaden.
great.
Find
That's
a good
great.
room.
And then Dazen's gonna sneak off and go to wherever Maria went.
She's sitting on the back porch.
Before we shift to that scene, can I say something to Zion?
Yeah.
I want to roll to shut him down again. As he's like, I'll go find whatever, like basically being told what to do and just lapdogging it up.
Oh no.
I want to look at him and then look at Dazen leaving after Maria and say, pitter patter, go find a room. And just shut him down, like just totally just like condescend to him that like he is nothing and he is
He's the lapdog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend a string on Rhea and give you -1 to your roll.
Okay. You roll with cold.
You choose that after they roll.
Oh, is it? Good.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm holding on to that.
I rolled a 10 plus 1, so 11.
Well, can't do anything about that.
That one stung. Okay. So choose one. You give them a condition, they lose a string against you, or if they held no strings on you, you gain a string on them.
I think he still has a string on me, right?
I
You
sure
do.
do.
I was just about to spend it.
Yeah, you're not anymore. He
Aw.
loses it.
Oh.
That's kind of like spending it.
Okay.
He pauses. He just like gives kind of a sad look. He can't help but feel a little shook because he knows he owes her a very great debt.
All right.
Yeah, he's treating her like crap for all the shit she did for him.
He gets a rare little flare of guilt.
And Rhea, to your satisfaction, some of the snickering that has followed you all night long now like some of that is shifted to Zion as you tell him off. And before, Jaden shouts, "Is this a party or what?" And everyone's like, gets over the awkward silence, and, they start the music back up. People start mingling again. But we go outside to where Maria is on the back porch.
Hey, Maria.
She's like crying and covering her face.
Hey, babe, don't cry. That was fucking awesome. Did you see how hard you clocked that lady?
Did you see how they all were staring at me?
Yeah, because you were a badass.
No, that is not the way you look at a badass. And she like reaches up and like takes your hand and pulls you down to sit next to her.
Oh yeah, he will. No, it is. I promise. Why are you crying?
I don't know. It feels like a lot. It's hard because I don't know.
He'll grab her cheek and like run his finger down her cheek and like look at her eyes. Look at me.
What?
Don't cry about this. Honestly, that was pretty hot.
You think so?
I know so.
Then
Look
why am I
at me.
feeling so embarrassed?
If anyone knows hot, I know. Because it's, people looked at you. Sometimes you feel embarrassed when people look at you. Look, promise me you won't let this get to you.
Can I roll share your pain?
The hell's share your pain?
Yeah,
It
describe
means
the
I
move.
get to. Okay, so share your pain is it's a growing up move. You share your pain, roll with dark. On a 10 or up, choose 2. On a 7 or 9, choose 1. I can
Okay.
remove a condition with this if I feel like listened to.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah, I straight up rolled a 10.
Okay.
So
You choose 2.
I'm gonna remove a condition and I'm gonna just lean into Dason's arms and like tuck my head up against his chest, and she still can't quite stop crying. And she's like, now everyone just thinks I do whatever Rhea wants me to do, and I was just trying to defend her, and everyone's gonna think shit about me, and I look horrible, and I'm like, I can't, my makeup is ruined.
We will fix your makeup.
I didn't bring anything. Can I borrow your
okay.
glasses just until I get to the bathroom?
My I never take these off, dear.
Not even for me?
If you make me a promise, can you make me a promise?
What do you want from me, Dason?
I will give you these glasses if you'll come with me
When?
tonight.
Last time I made a plan with you, you're the one who ditched out.
We don't remember the past, right? We don't live in the past. We only progress forward.
The past informs the future, Dason.
Promise me you'll come with me tonight after the party. I'll take you somewhere. You won't even believe what I'm going to show you, but I need you to promise.
After the party?
After the party.
She seems to try to be searching your eyes, but you can't quite see past her glasses.
I'm going to use Unashamed.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my Fey moves. I'm going to give you a string on Dazen,
Okay.
and I'm going to add 3 to turn you on. And Dazen's going to kiss her.
Oh, yes. Perfect.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. That is a 12.
Yeah. Absolutely. She just
You
goes
take a
along
string
with it.
against her.
I get a string on her?
Yeah.
She
Uh,
just melts into you, and you can taste the salt of her tears on her lips, and she's warm and soft and inviting and just seems to fit perfectly in your arms.
yes.
I have a small insert here. As you are melting, Maria, you feel the tyrant in your mind, and you feel your perfect teeth. And you need, in addition to his glasses now, you need his blood.
That is not a small insert,
Excuse me?
Tori.
It's easy. Just
That
ask
is-
Zion.
Listen,
That is
you're
not
the
a small
darkest self
insert.
right now. You're at your wit's end.
And that changes how the tyrant interacts with me?
Yeah, the tyrant starts making open-ended demands of you, and you fulfill. If you fulfill them, then you remove a string that they have.
Oh. If I remove a string, I'm out of darkest self. Tyrant only has one string on me right now.
That's true. But you need his blood.
That's fine. Dazen keeps kissing. This is probably going to be a fade to black moment, maybe. I'll let you make that final judgment. But as they're kissing, Dazen starts pulling clothes off, and one of those are his glasses that he sets on the bench.
Oh shit. So when he takes off his glasses, she like parts just so that the first time she can be the first person she knows to actually see his eyes. What do they look like?
Beautiful, stark green. It's almost like looking into a green space expanse. Like you get lost in the eyes. They just are never ending.
How do you ever cover these up?
I prefer to stay humble.
Okay.
And then he'll grab her hair and kiss her.
Okay.
again.
Yeah.
You hear someone at the back porch. Oh, geez, get a room. And then the door shuts.
Okay, can we do one thing after this fade to black? It's my sex move.
Yeah. Okay. Yes,
We don't
let's
have
do
to.
that now. No, I think because the next thing I kind of want to be sort of the ending moment. So yes,
All right, take it.
do your sex moves.
No, it's okay. My sex move. My
We
sex
gotta-
move doesn't need to happen.
It's maybe the
Toby.
only time we hear Tori say, "Yeah, go ahead and do your sex move."
Toby, you've been waiting all night for this.
Okay, so after we're still naked, we have to be naked or it doesn't work. Dazen will look at Maria and say, "You can have my glasses, but can you promise me to go with me and maybe never return?"
Never return?
Never return. Okay, you can refuse. If you refuse, you get 2 strings on Dazen.
I can't promise to never return. I have an
I
entire
take
life.
strings from you. I take
I-
strings. Okay.
I have an entire life and things, and there's stuff that I have to do, or else bad things are gonna happen.
Do you
and
remember my
I-
eyes?
Yeah.
What if I told you you could live in my eyes forever?
I don't know. I don't know what that means. I have to think about it.
I need you to promise now or it won't work, Maria. I can't help you.
What happens if I break a promise?
Okay, if you refuse this promise, I get 2 strings on you. If you break a promise, I can deal damage. I can do harm to you.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna make the promise, but I'm with intent to break it.
I love that. Okay.
'Kay.
And then he'll hand you his glasses.
Okay.
We're fading to black and they do it, I assume.
Yes, that happened. Yes.
Okay. Because she's has the condition that she got from my sex move, then when people in my gang have sex with other people, that condition applies to that new person as well. Just so Dazen now
So
has
you
that
are now
condition.
one of them.
Oh no!
No, stop. What?
Dason, people, that person at the back door who saw you and Maria, and now like Maria also had the condition of Rhea's lapdog, like that. They shut the door, and then that spreads through the party.
Okay.
Your
I'm
sex
about
move
it.
is a
Did
social
you know that
STI.
whole time is like actually Dason's like? Do you think Dason's like trying to like stab Zion in the back, like because he's obviously on Rhea's side, like that just like starts flowing through the party.
That makes sense.
Okay. As our last little bow on this scene, on this one shot tonight, Zion, paint me the picture of the room. Where did you go? How have you set things up? What are you doing while you're waiting? Are you like, like striking a pose, like waiting for the door to open? What does Zion look like?
Zion is shirtless, laying on a bed, patiently, and he is texting Danica, telling her all the hot goss from the party as if nothing happened between them.
She hasn't responded to you. Like there were a couple texts of, like, where are you? Like, are you coming? Et cetera. But then like she stopped responding a while ago. And you, Zion, you hear the door slam downstairs. And then voices like raised in the living room. And then you hear, well, actually, I'll present this to Rhea really quick. Danica comes in and she looks livid, and she sees you first, and she's like, "Damn it, Rhea, you were right about that son of a bitch. Where is he? Where's Zion?"
Told you. And then I will gesture
Do I hear that?
with my head towards the room he's in.
It's like muffled. You hear like shouting, because you're upstairs. And then you hear these pounding footsteps up the stairs. The door to the room slams open.
As
Zion.
soon as I heard her, I'm like already working my way out the window.
Yeah.
I texted Dason and I said it's gonna have to wait for another night, and I'm like already on my way out the window.
Okay, then we will fade out with this is gonna be quite the fade out. She sees you going out the window. She shouts and like tries to grab you, and you just like barely slip out of her grasp, and you're able to kind of like clamber down somehow to the ground level. There's like a tree or something, and then everyone at the party sees her run back down the stairs. And as she's running, she reaches behind her and like pulls up her shirt a little bit and pulls out a knife, and like full like chef's knife, like butcher knife, and flings the door back open and says, "I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you, you son of a bitch!" and runs out the door. And that's where we will stop today.
Yay!
Bro.
He got what he deserved. So.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody deserves to get shanked.
Well, I mean, he's a
Well-
vampire. We'll see what actually.
Okay.
I drank her
happens.
blood and broke her mind. So
Fair enough.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
unhinged. Just to be clear, this is what unhinged looks like. Be careful
It
when you get
absolutely is.
hypnotized by vampires.
That's the moral. This was actually a story with a moral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's our
Exactly.
moral.
I love that everybody was on my side at the end, and he's the one fleeing the
Mhm.
building.
Nice little reversal there.
Yeah.
Can I
Uh,
add one more thing
Sure.
to the end? When I come back in, her clothes are a little more disheveled, but she hands over the glass. She presses the glasses into Rhea's hand as she walks by.
That's cool.
I'll say, you did good.
Yeah.
High price. And I like just a little bit of blood from my lip from where I bit Dason. And I just smear it into her palm as well.
That's cool.
That
God,
was
you
a-
could roll.
yeah.
You don't even have to roll hot. Let's go. I'm about it.
I'm glad
Okay.
you remembered that. I forgot about the glasses, but that, yeah, definitely wanted to tie up that loose end. And apparently the blood. So maybe you're not your darkest self anymore, I guess.
I'm
We'll
already not
see.
my darkest self.
Yeah.
Because I had sex.
So, oh yeah, that's true. Well, either way, you got the blood anyway. So, this has been Monsterhearts, everyone.
This has been Monsterhearts.
Thank you, chat, for hanging out. interacting with us throughout the stream. I'm sorry that Rafu did not feature more prominently in this story.
Oh, he
After that
featured enough.
amazing.
He was
Yeah,
there.
he was there in the background. He scoffed. No, he pretended to gag, and then also he was in a rumor. So yeah, I mean, he was there, looming. So thank you for the contribution and just all of the love, chat, as usual. Thank you, cast, for playing. This was super fun.
Fun.
We will give you a chance real quick to remind people who you are and where they can find you. Chase, I think anything specific you want to say?
I'm Chase. I'm here. Tabletop Treasure Hunters next Tuesday. Come see me there.
Cool. Toby.
I am Toby. You can find me at the SideQuestin, thesidequestin.com.
Felicia.
You can also find me at the SideQuestin, but the podcast, not the .com. So I do voices, not websites.
And M, anything you want to add?
Yes, of course. I'm Em. You can find me on Sundays on Weave the Tale. I play in Pugmire. You can find me on Mondays DMing Candle Geek Mysteries. On Tuesday, you can see me playing Tabletop Treasure Hunters. On Wednesday, you can find me on VCG playing the second go round of Power Rangers. And then I'm done streaming for that week.
You could have just said I'm everywhere.
I'm
Everywhere.
everywhere. And if
covered
you
it.
want me
Everywhere.
on another show, let me know. Oh, I rhymed.
All right. You can also, if you want to support our channel and see more of this kind of stuff, maybe slightly less spicy content. This is not our usual Wednesday night, but who knows? You know, maybe we'll revisit this game. You can follow and subscribe here, obviously, or on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can also join our Discord. It's lots of fun there. Super fun memes and TTRPG discussion and just generally lots of pleasant folks over there. So hop into Discord if you are new around here. You can also go check out all of our like affiliate links and sponsor coupon codes down below in the About Us section. I think that's kind of all of the little plug things. Yeah, we'll be back on Monday night with D&D, our campaign, and then Tuesday with Tabletop Treasure Hunters. If you are already doing one or all of these things that I mentioned, thank you so much. We really appreciate the support. You guys are awesome and so much of the reason we come back and keep doing this. So just a million thanks. Now, go take a long rest. Let's all just everyone take a nice cold drink of water, cool down a little bit, relax before bedtime after this really tense, spicy session. And we'll catch you next time.